Okay, we're going to take it easy tonight. I am still under the weather, and as a result of that, I'm going to be drinking tea and trying to not talk that much tonight. So, to start off, we were covering Asmongold earlier today, and I felt like we did not do an adequate job. I enjoyed the coverage that I did of him, but it just wasn't enough. Um, he's absolutely, I mean, he is the perfect representation of right-wing conservatism right now. Simply, the only ideology is that might makes right, and if you disagree with the status quo, if you disagree with the fascist authoritarian regime that's taking over this country right now, then you need to be put down brutally. Okay, so I thought this was going to be a real debate that he had with Hassan. It was not. The guy is a cockroach. We're going to watch this a little bit, and then we'll get into some of his other videos that he's produced.
And they stole all the documents.
You're doing Elon's
I wonder why.
propaganda.
This is such brain rot too. Like he refuses to actually debate with Hassan, and so he has Hassan typing in his chat rather than calling in.
For him.
Anyway, so yes.
Every moment that you spend implying that immigrants are coming
That's
to
a
do
lie,
fraud by
dude.
pointing to
Yeah,
hyper-specific
of course.
instances of
Of
fraud
course
done
it's
by
a lie.
done in Minnesota is the
Absolutely
moment
it
you're
is.
doing Elon's
They can't
propaganda
wrap
for
their
him.
head around the idea that
Elon
you're
Musk
going
is
after
the
all the
immigrant
fraud
that
regardless
is
of
doing
who's committing
fraud.
it.
Elon
Well,
Musk.
I think that really, if
Dude, this is so painful to watch. Hi, Brad. How are you doing?
there are people defending
the
this that
real
were not,
parasite
people
here,
like Americans
but
doing this, or
you're
like some random
worried
Mormon
about
community doing this. I think that everybody would be,
him, I think.
together agreeing that it's very bad. But because it's a minority community that is an immigrant community, there are people.
So right now, what these two people are doing is debating the fraud in Minnesota, specifically the Somali fraud in Minnesota. Essentially, Hassan's position is the correct position where, yes, there is fraud, but that doesn't impugn every single Somali. And specifically, that one Nick Shirley video is just explicitly calling for an increase in racism. That's what the point of it is. Woke up early. What time zone are you in where you're waking up early for this? Happy to have you here.
People that are just
He's not reading it, but Chad
categorically
is.
defending them for that reason.
That 89% is false. Probing Trump's verbal attack on Somalis. 84% of
So
individuals
that's really
reporting
the main
Somali
problem.
ancestry in Minnesota, not just Somali.
But
wait,
they
what
live
is
in
this?
beautiful
We updated this
mansions,
article,
so many
including
Americans
information that
can't
Somali
afford a
State
house.
demographer
Exactly.
showed us. Provided to us
It's
showing
really just
84%
that
of
simple.
individuals reporting
And
Somali
if you're
ancestry in
okay
Minnesota,
with
not just
that,
Somali immigrants
I
benefited
don't
from this
think
specific
that I
public
really have to
assistance
have.
Bro, this video is unwatchable. Jesus. Okay. Suffice to say, Asmongold is just wrong when he talks about this. Let's get into some of Asmongold's actual channels. So this is insane. This is his latest video. We'll probably watch this. Yeah, you would have been fine never knowing. The issue is, Asmongold is probably like the biggest conservative YouTuber right now. I think he's like even bigger than Candace Owens, who I think is probably, the most mainstream big conservative YouTuber.
Watch this.
So yes, I would love to not watch Asmongold at all. Unfortunately, he's kind of thrust himself into the conversation.
This is insane.
Hey, back up.
I'm far enough away. I'm not.
Enfriend Tan.
Here we go.
Influence
Do
anything.
you live on this street?
I
now?
don't. No.
Okay, I need you to get in your.
No, I won't.
Ma'am, I need you to leave.
It's my right to be here.
Back up out of the
I
way.
will
This
not.
is one of our cars as well. You were too close right now. You
No,
were
I won't.
interfering.
I'm right here.
Federal
You're gonna
investigation.
get out of my face.
You need
I'm
to
a
back up
public
over
citizen.
here.
No, I won't. Tell me
You need
why
to
I'm
back up
far
this
enough
way.
away from your
You need to
investigation.
back up this way.
Step beyond our cars.
Ma'am,
Don't touch me, please.
Have
Beyond
somebody
our
go
cars.
Where's your cars?
right here.
Where's
You
your
need to go
cars?
all the way
Oh,
this
that's
Get
great.
out of here, Karen.
Go all the way
That's
this
great.
way.
This is
Karen, get out of here, Karen. These people, I mean, Jesus Christ. These people are just internet trolls. That's what they are. They're internet trolls that have been deputized and unleashed on the streets of liberal cities so they can carry out all of the revenge fantasies that they've had ever since that screaming, like crying SJW meme went viral in like 2016.
Is like the nose ring for the ears. You see a woman with these hoop earrings? That's a retard.
Sure.
How old is this video? 44 minutes. What the fuck is Asmongold saying? Hoop earrings is an R word?
Get out of here, Karen.
That's right.
Oh wait, no. Okay, no. The ICE didn't say it. It was just Asmongold that said it.
Tell me why I'm far enough away from your investigation.
Step beyond our cars.
Don't touch me, please.
Have somebody
Beyond our
Don't.
cars.
Where's your cars?
right here.
Where's
You
your
need to go
cars?
all the way
Oh,
this
that's
Get
great.
out of here, Karen.
Go all the way
That's
this
great.
way.
This is like
What's funny though is that ICE definitely could have said that.
the nose ring for the ears. You see a woman with these hoop earrings? That's
Dude, these are like the most regular type of earring anywhere. It's like, I don't know. This, when I think of earrings, this is what I think of, like big hoop earrings. He's saying that this is the ear equivalent of a nose piercing?
a retard.
Sure. Beyond your cars? 20 feet, right?
See that white car?
Yeah.
I have a 6-year-old right here. I have a 6-year-old right here in my car.
Child in the car?
Ooh,
Yeah, I
child
sure
endangerment.
did. Yes,
Yeah.
child endangerment.
Get in.
But she's hot too, so it's
This is an
okay.
active policing.
She's hot too. Okay, is this a real word? Enfrenton. Enfrenton? Like that. Enfrontant is a word in the Catalan language. It means confront. Like this is just a typo, right? This is just a typo for confront size. Enfrontant ice. Enfront. To confront. Spanish to it's oh, so it's Spanish for confront. That's what it is. Okay. Residence enfrontant.
It's an
ice.
This is all on camera.
Look at it. They're trying to explain it to her.
6-year-old right here in my car.
Child in the car?
Dude, so guys, keep in mind these ICE officers, when you see them pulling out their phones, that's because ICE is there to harass people. They record people, and then they use those recordings, they upload it to facial recognition software, and then they can say that, oh, we're being harassed by them. We saw you yesterday, we had you on film. They're gonna post these people's faces to social media and have conservatives like blast them, dox them, get them fired, get them harassed, get them killed. That's the point. When you see ICE recording people that are following them, that is doing just as much of their job as it is to beat up brown people. Because the point of ICE is not to enforce immigration. The point of ICE is to instill terror into people. It's to make it so that Trump can use these thugs with impunity without any kind of repercussions. Because if they dominate the little bit of pushback that they're experiencing by ruining their lives, by murdering them, by torturing them, by beating them up on the street and leaving them, it doesn't matter. Like, none of this is legal. All of the, remember when the guy like threw a Subway sandwich at them? He got off scot-free. Like, all of these people that they're detaining, they're not doing anything illegal. And so when it gets adjudicated in court, they're not winning any court cases, but it doesn't matter because the terror is being done. So when you see an ICE agent with a phone recording someone, that is doing just as much for their cause, for ICE's cause, as beating up a brown person or like doing a photo op where they emptied out a lower income apartment building and just like made a TikTok video of it and then let them all go.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
child
sure
endangerment.
did. Yes,
Yeah.
child endangerment.
Get your child.
She brought her kid to a federal fucking ICE. And also keep this in mind. I don't know if these people have body cams or not, but the fact that he has to use his phone to record her is such a massive mistake. This should never happen. Like, they need to have body cams immediately if they don't already. They all have body cams. Do you see that? I don't.
Yeah, they have body cams right here. They're wearing body cams. There's no accountability, so it doesn't matter either way. And once again, the point of them holding up their phones is so that they can personally like ruin the lives of these people. Not on any official business. They're actually told to record the people that are following them so that their right-wing provocateurs on social media can take matters into their own hands and then blast those people and get them doxxed, get them fired, and get them in generally just like harassed and their lives ruined. That's the point of recording these people.
Actually, I don't see that. What's the body cam? Is it this or is it this? This looks like a radio to me.
That looks like a radio to you,
I'm
bro?
really asking this question. I don't know the answer to this question.
Hey, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Is this the body cam right here? That's the camera? Okay, I thought that was a camera. I thought that was a radio or something.
Like, I don't watch Asmongold that much. He is a very large conservative figure, so I probably should watch more of him. He just seems to be genuinely a stupid person. Like, this morning when I was watching him, he's playing a video. He's playing the video of when Renee Good was shot by ICE agents. And before she got shot, he paused the video and he's like, See, you can't even see the ICE agent, where the one that shot her, because he's in front of the car. And then he clicks play and the ICE agent walks around the car and you can see him. Like, he just says stupid fucking shit. He's like, what? Why? The fact that he's recording with his phone, that's a red flag. A red flag for what? What point are you trying to make? It's a red flag that he's using a personal device to harass this person? Yeah, it's a red flag that ICE is acting up. He's like, what point is he trying to make here? That ICE is underfunded and they don't even have body cams, so for their own personal safety they have to use their actual phones, like their own personal phones. It's absolutely, it's just an inane point that he's making. Like, he just sits here, he watches these videos, says stupid shit, and gets like hundreds of thousands of views. I don't know. Like, we'll watch more of this, but
shoulder is the cam, the chest is the cam. Oh, okay, I get it.
Off of the scene. This is an active
So she
you get it. All right.
has a body cam, but I don't think the other two do.
police scene.
Or maybe they do.
It's
It's
all
just a
on
different
camera right
kind.
now too. Right here.
Yes, I'm.
Oh, okay. Okay. All I had to do was wait one more second, and it would have shown it. Okay.
Wonderful. I'm very glad
Get
for
your
it.
child out of here. You
I
are
can
an
be right
active
here.
police scene.
Uh-huh.
I'm happy right here.
Ma'am, listen to me. You have the right to videotape. Okay?
I do. Thank you,
Hang on,
sir.
listen to me right now.
I'm going to listen.
But we have someone that's being detained right here. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have a.
Tell me
child
where
in the
you
front
need me
seat.
to go
Hang on,
exactly.
I need you to stay. Do me a favor.
Yeah,
In the
I
front
will.
seat with no car seat. Okay. Do me a favor. You can videotape all you like, but
Sure.
you have to stay. You cannot come past that driveway.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you. Stay at your car though. Okay.
Thank
You're
you.
more than welcome to videotape.
Thank you, sir.
But do me a favor. By state law, we're policemen too. That child is supposed to be in a booster seat. He's not of age.
Oh.
So make sure you put him in a booster
Great.
seat, because I'd hate to give you a ticket.
You can give me a ticket. I'd love it.
Oh no.
Absolute
No,
Karen
Asmongold does not shower. He does not.
obliteration. She brings her crying baby to an ICE.
That guy was a Chad? That guy was a dude, holy shit. Like, it's more entertaining to listen to the chat than it is to listen to Asmongold. The guy's like, she's recording these people doing fascism, and they're like, okay, well, you gotta back up. And she's like, just tell me where, and I'm not gonna leave. Like, badass move, right? Getting menaced by 6 people with assault rifles and standing your ground and saying, I'm not gonna fucking leave. Badass move. And then all of the chat's like, dumb shit Karen.
Arrest.
Entitled psycho.
But you're not a good parent if you're bringing your crying baby to a place where people have guns and machine guns. This is insane. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, so cops should not interact with children at all then, right? That's your point. So you're an advocate for gun control? Are you sure you're a conservative? So you're not a good parent if you bring your children around guns. Okay, got it.
That's unbelievable. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, should give her what she wants. I know. Yeah, these Karens are so obnoxious. This is lunacy. I don't think people realize how bad these people are, because what's happened is that you've had a tremendous amount of these people that have just been able to go around and do whatever the hell they want. And on top of that, let me see here. And
like, it's so funny too. You have to just you have to just look at Asmongold and see what he's choosing to focus his rhetoric on, because he cannot focus his rhetoric on ICE, because if he actually examines critically what ICE is doing, it's completely indefensible. So what he does is he just plays to the classics, right? Oh, this is a woman, this is a Karen, right? This is a mom. And then he just has to say those buzzwords and his chat will recognize it. Oh, he said that goodbye, Karen. Oh, that means that she's a Karen. All right, we're going to pull out like the anti-Karen mentality for this one. Next up, you're going to see like a Muslim person or something. And he's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, that's what Somalis get. That's what like their religion is, right? And then his chat's going to be like, oh yeah, let's all do like the anti-Somali buzzwords that we've all been trained on by listening to Asmongold and other right-wing provocateurs. They don't have any actual substance to say. And so what he needs to do is just cue his chat up and just like feed them a little bit, and they'll pick up the ball and run with it. And so it's just, oh, this is a Karen. And they're like, yeah, she's a fucking entitled bitch. Yeah, she's endangering her child. What a horrible mother. It's like, what? She's a horrible mother because she's being a active citizen? Because she's like, with law enforcement? Since when is bringing your child around law enforcement being a horrible parent, right? Come on, be consistent here. These people love to lick the boots of law enforcement. They're literally doing it right now. How can you say that ICE is doing a good job and is like a reasonable force in this country, while also saying you shouldn't bring your children anywhere close to ICE at all?
On top of that, you have these people that think that there are no consequences for their behavior, and they're aggressive.
And I love how he's saying that he's criticizing Karens for realizing there are no consequences for their behavior. What is their behavior, by the way? Simply standing a respectable amount of distance back from ICE and recording them. That's the only thing that she's doing. And guess what? That is perfectly legal, and it is morally upstanding behavior. And so when you say that there's zero consequences for recording ICE, you're damn right. There should be zero consequences for recording ICE. But in reality, when he says these people feel like they have zero consequences for their behavior, you're describing ICE right now. Because ICE literally just fucking murdered someone 2 days ago. And they're acting like they have no consequences for their behavior. And, I mean, we'll get into it. But there are no consequences for their behavior because the FBI and Donald Trump and the other Republicans have been defending ICE. They're literally defending ICE murdering people.
They're hostile, they're vitriolic, they're argumentative, they break the law. They don't even consider the law to even exist.
Literally just describing ICE. Literally just describing ICE. Okay, hold on. I need to find. Yeah, I mean, dude, the fucking irony. They don't even know that the law exists. I can't get over it, man. Okay. Speaking of not knowing what the law exists.
How you doing?
Good, how about you?
You're interfering with our operations.
Not
You
at all.
could be arrested
Not at
under
all.
18 USC 111.
Nope, not
We
at-
will
not
arrest
interfering.
you.
Not if
You
you're
have
not
been
interfering.
interfering with our operations.
You were following us yesterday.
Numerous
Watch
times.
what you're doing, dude.
Numerous times.
So he said, we saw that you were following us yesterday, right? And that's why they're recording people. Because part of their job, it's not to go after dangerous criminals. Their job is to build up a database of people that are resistant to ICE so that they can target them.
You've been
Not
interfering
interfering.
with our operations.
Not interfering.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not.
If you
Never got in
continue,
front of you.
you will be in handcuffs. You will be arrested. You will be
18
prosecuted.
U.S. Code 111. Get that through your head, dude. That's a lot of numbers you just remember.
Yeah.
Good job. I'm not breaking the law, and you fucking know it.
Yes, you are.
Not breaking the law, and you fucking know it. Never got in front of everyone. Never.
One more time, and I will put you in handcuffs.
One more time, dude. I love how gracious these ICE agents are. You can break the law, but you get a 3 strikes you're out policy with these ICE agents. If you break the law once, shame on you. If you break the law twice, shame on me. But 3 times, I gotta put you in handcuffs. Like, if you do this one more time, then I'm gonna arrest you. It's like, dude, why aren't you, if he's breaking the law, arrest him already.
Bro. One more time. Bro. Keep it up. Step the fuck off. No, I'll stand right here, pal. Right here all day.
If I fucking touch you, then you're gonna fucking arrest me.
Right all day.
Yeah, fuck you.
You're worthless.
Fuck you.
Worthless.
Fuck you.
You are.
Fuck you.
You have no honor.
Hold your fucking dogs back.
So they cite the law, and you can see here ICE citing law 111 and having zero clue what it is. I thought this might be helpful to the discussion. 18 USC 111 punishes anyone who forcibly assaults, resists, opposes, impedes, intimidates, or interferes with any person designated in 18 USC 1114 or who formerly served as a person designated. Force is an essential element of the crime in bold. So yes, this is this is not breaking the law 111. Okay, more about ICE since we're getting into this right now. Let's get into this.
Blocking our cars. We see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars. You have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning?
I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Whoa, bad
Okay,
decisions.
thank
That's
you.
funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty. Thank you. Have a good day.
I hope you have a terrible day.
Okay, thank you. Hold on.
Yeah, we need to talk about the Portland shooting too.
Watch out, it's slippery. Watch out.
Yeah, there's a lot of ice around here.
Just so you know, if we continue to have you follow us, okay, have fun. Don't make a bad decision today.
It's not illegal to follow you. What is illegal is stopping people unconstitutionally.
Don't interfere.
So it's so funny because they keep saying that these people are impeding them. They're hampering an official. They're hampering an official operation. They're interfering, right? And what are they doing? Staying a respectful amount of distance back and just sitting there on their phones. And ICE cannot handle it because they're all man children. And then we have this. So we had this. They're saying, "Don't record us. We're going to arrest you. You got one more chance." Then you had this where they're saying, pretty implicit or pretty like explicit threat, "Don't make a bad decision and ruin the rest of your life." That's what he's saying. Oh, how would the rest of her life be ruined? Could it have something to do with the way you ruined Renee Good's life on Wednesday? And then you have this too. Another ICE agent being recorded. Someone just sitting peacefully in their car recording ICE because they murder people and so they should be recorded.
You don't learn. What's fucking happened in the past couple of days? Get in front of the car.
Shame on you.
Listen,
Have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here?
So, have you not learned from the past couple of days? I mean, they've beaten people up and they've murdered people because they were following them, right? And so what does he say? Have you not learned from the past couple of days? The point of murdering these people and then defending the ICE officers, the ICE officer who did the murder, who shot the 2 people in Portland, the point of all of this is to instill fear into liberal people and to say, you can't follow ICE. ICE is above the law. ICE is Donald Trump's own personal private army that can do whatever he wants them to, and no law applies to them. That is what he's saying here. Have you not learned from the past couple of days to not fucking mess with us? And then let's continue it.
Shame on you.
Listen. Have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here? What do you want us to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone.
Yep, and then he assaults her.
Following
No,
fucking
you
federal
can't take my
agents.
phone.
Yep, assaults her. I mean, insane. Insane. We just murdered one of you. Why haven't you learned to not follow us? All right, so Asmongold, who's above the law? Who thinks they can do whatever they want and the law doesn't apply to them? What was this that you were saying, Asmongold?
Thank
More
you.
than welcome to videotape.
Thank you, sir.
But do me a favor. By state law, we're policemen too. That child is
Yeah, if ICE shows up at your door, don't fucking answer your door and honestly call the police. If ICE shows up at your door, call 911 immediately.
supposed to be in a booster seat. He's not of age.
Oh.
So make sure you put him in a booster
Great.
seat because I'd hate to give you a ticket.
You can get.
Dude, I fucking love this. Like, the ICE agent here is such a goddamn nerd. Your son needs to be in a booster seat and he's not of age. So I'm gonna give you a fucking ticket if you don't put him in a booster seat. The fucking nerdiest, like, narkiest shit ever. And you have this dumbass, this like little rat eater down here with his shit-eating grin, probably literally shit-eating grin. And he's like, oh wow, he fucking owned her, right guys, ha ha ha. Like, your son isn't of age. I'm gonna put him in a booster seat, otherwise you're gonna get a ticket. Like, the stupidest, nerdiest shit that you could possibly do. And then they're like, wow, that's so fucking based.
Give me a ticket. I'd love it.
By the way, like, badass response. Give me a ticket then, bitch. The guy's like, I'm gonna give you a ticket if you don't put him in a booster seat. Well, if she committed a crime, then give her the ticket. What's with this warning shit? And then she calls his bluff. Okay, go ahead and give me a ticket then. Look, even the chat. Well, damn, he should have.
Absolute Karen obliteration. She brings her crying baby to an
I'm
ice.
sorry, dude. Like, Karen. We need like a gender neutral term for Karen, because that guy right there is a Karen. Your son needs to be in a booster seat. I'm gonna give you a ticket if you don't put him in a booster seat. That's a Karen mentality. Standing 10 toes down and being like, okay, do it then, bitch. That's not a Karen mentality. Karen destroyed. Are you referring to the ICE agent that walked away?
Arrest. I'm sorry, but you're not a good parent if you're bringing your crying baby to a place where people have guns and machine guns. This is insane. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure. I don't think ICE has the power to give tickets. That's like a local jurisdiction thing. So if ICE gave you a ticket, at the very least, you could easily fight it in court. Also, that's paperwork. ICE just wants to murder people and then get away.
That's unbelievable. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, she give her what she wants. I know. Yeah, these Karens are so obnoxious. This is lunacy. I don't think people realize how bad these people are, because what's happened is that you've had a tremendous amount of these people that have just been able to go around and do whatever the hell they want. And on top of that,
dude, I'm just so, I can't get over this fucking crowd now being the type of people that are like, yeah, children of the proper age need to be in car seats, otherwise they deserve tickets. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, what happened to conservatives that were actually kind of cool, where they're like, I want to sit in a truck and not wear a seatbelt because I'm badass. I let my kids drive in the back of a pickup truck, and I don't want any government official telling me that that's dangerous. What happened to those conservatives? Now we just have the fucking, like, slime conservatives that live on the bottom of boots of cops. And that's it. That's all that being a conservative is anymore. Seeing who can stick their tongue furthest up the most powerful ass they can find. Like the highest ranking asshole that they can get access to. It's so sickening. Like, they don't even have a culture anymore. It's just, oh, fuck the Karens because this cop was based as hell. And what was he doing that was based? You better put your kid in a booster seat, otherwise I'm going to give you a ticket. Pushes up glasses.
That. Let me see here. And on top of that, you have these people that think that there are no consequences for their behavior, and they're aggressive, they're hostile, they're vitriolic, they're argumentative, they break the law. They don't even consider the law to even exist.
I love how he's describing ICE.
They don't care about the law at all. Yeah, 80% of protesters are white liberal women. There it is. Should be child endangerment.
I love how he's just repeating this like it's A, profound, and B, like a fact. Like, no, dude, even in this fucking picture, like, dude, holy fuck, even in this picture, there's 2 fucking white women. And by the way, these women are probably not liberals. They're probably actual pretty hardcore leftists. Even in the picture that they included, even in both of the pictures where one is literally like a tightly zoomed in picture of 2 women, in both of the pictures, there's probably about 10 people that you can see. 4 of them are white women. Dude, you can't make this shit up. He posts a picture where it's like a black guy, another guy, another guy, another guy, another guy, another black guy, and then 2 women in the foreground, and then another picture of just 2 white women. And it's like 80% of the protesters are white liberal women. Dude, conservative just they have such a fucking deep-seated hatred of specifically like white liberal women. I think it's just, it has to be just some kind of, they all wanted to fuck Hillary Clinton from like 10 years ago or whatever, maybe longer than that. I don't fucking know, guys. It's just that they've primed their audience, and so their audience knows what to do when they start being misogynist against women. That's what they know. They had these pre-programmed, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull out all of my hatred, all of my comments, all of the things that you've told me to say about white women. Then they have the same thing about black women, like Middle Eastern women, all of this shit. They're the easy targets for their audience to get behind and get frothing at the mouth over. So the Karen archetype, they can just evoke the Karen archetype, and then everyone's gonna be like, yeah, Karens fucking suck. Like that's what you're gonna get here. That's why they're going after that. That's why they're not going after guys like Jacob Fry, because as much of a liberal as Jacob Fry is, he's saying that ICE is, he's saying ICE needs to get the fuck out of Minneapolis. Like, let's see if Asmongold talks about him. But they're just not as well equipped to target good-looking white males as they are any other group of people, any other demographic of people.
Sherman? Yeah, I think so. I absolutely think so. What's this? Okay, let me see what this is. I mean, it is child endangerment. It's not even a question. It is. If you're bringing your child to an area.
Okay, then sue her then. Sue her then, bro. Do it. Like, first of all, it's not child endangerment. Second of all, do something about it then. Like, if it's child endangerment, then why didn't ICE actually enforce the law?
Where there are armed officers and there could be a firing, then yeah, you're absolutely fucking endangering your child. It's not even a question. What kind of results would one expect whenever you charge up to ICE agents in a vehicle so erratically? It's almost like a suicide mission. He's taken his reluctant friend along with him for a ride. This isn't a joke and it isn't funny, especially when ICE agents have to do what they have to do to neutralize the threat. Okay, let's watch this.
watch out.
Cancelled.
Fuck you! Shoot!
Chill, bro.
Shoot!
Nah,
You
nigga.
fucking pig! Shoot! Right now!
Chill, bro.
Shoot!
Wow, driving the speed limit on a road with ICE agents on it means you're going to get shot. Good to know. Like, sure, he accelerated slightly quickly. Did he ever get above the speed limit? No. Did he ever swerve on the road in order to, like, go after the ICE agents? No. He stayed on his side. He stayed on the correct side of the road to drive on. He's arguing against his own argument.
Bro, you get out, you retarded.
Nah. This is not real? Yeah, I don't know if this is real or not. I have no idea. See, they gotta go and arrest these people. They do. They gotta arrest these people for like any sort of obstruction or something like that. Like this is like you're driving, you're trying to floor your.
Yeah, that's not obstruction. Driving on a road that ICE agents are on is not obstruction.
Car in their direction to get their attention. They could be in the middle of an operation.
Oh, you're driving a car to get their attention. Wow. Okay, so if you like make a loud noise around ICE agents, you could possibly get fucking shot then. If you sneeze near an ICE agent, that you're obstructing their operation.
And at this point, and you're doing this to distract them on purpose, there has to be charges for this. It's obstruction, it's intimidation. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
Oh, driving your car on a road next to an ICE agent, that's intimidation of the ICE agent. Oh man, dude, aptly named, because all these people do is melt.
And why reckless driving as well? Yeah, like you're just flooring it down a random residential road with houses there. What the fuck is wrong with you? So yeah, I mean,
once again, what happened to the cool conservatives that are like, I want to drive fast cars and not wear seatbelts, and I don't want law enforcement breathing down my neck? They've all been eradicated. All of them have been eradicated. You can't even just accelerate and have a little bit of fun accelerating now on a residential road without it being, oh, you're doing something dangerous. You're threatening law enforcement agents.
I just don't understand this at all. It is crazy what these people are doing. Women that will use their underreported topic, women who just use their kids as social accessories. They just want the attention when they're babies and try to make them like them as quickly as possible from a young age. I think that in a lot of these cases, these women do bring their kids to make their kids, like whenever I see a baby that's at a riot, that's a person that wants to use that baby as a prop. That's disgusting. Really.
Like, dude, it's so fucking funny. Oh my God, a parent with a baby. Interesting. Why is it? Why could it possibly be that a parent goes around with their baby, but then when their baby gets older, the parent stops going around with it? I wonder what social phenomena could contribute to a parent carrying a baby with them and not like leaving it in the cupboard at their fucking house. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? The parent quite obviously has a young child with them because the young child needs someone to look after them. They can't leave them home alone. They can't throw them in the fucking trash can and then say, all right, I'm going to be back in 3 hours. What the... When it's a 7-year-old, they can stay home alone. When it's like a 10-year-old, they can stay home alone. When it's 7 months, they bring them with them. It's called childcare, you dumb motherfucker. Oh my God. Dude, these people are actually just, oh my God. Like, it's not just the lies. It's just that they're so fucking stupid. That's what pisses me off about it. Like, I'd rather listen to Tucker Carlson because, yeah, at least he builds an intricate layered lie. And he's like, he does his propaganda and he has a pride in his propaganda. Asmongold just like shits on himself on stream and then shapes it into like a swastika. That's what his stream is.
I don't know how every normal person can't come together and say this should never happen. This is fucking deranged. What are you even thinking? Yeah, it's crazy. It's a human shield.
Oh, well, she was trying to run him over. It's self-defense.
If it's a human shield, you're not making ICE look good when you're like, if you drive next to them on the road, they're going to murder you. If you bring your child next to them, they're going to kill your child. If you bring your child to a protest, that's a human shield. You're making ICE look like absolute unhinged pieces of shit, okay? And it's an accurate description, but I thought you were supposed to be doing defense for this organization.
I wish she was, and I wish she did. And guess what? If she did and he died, I would have celebrated, because ICE aren't people. They're fucking demons in human form. Oh.
Bro, Asmongold's face when she said demons in human form, we have to run that back.
If she did and he died, I would have celebrated, because ICE aren't people. They're fucking demons in human form. Oh.
Do you know how I got these scars? I went to art school. Got $60,000 of student debt. It's the SSRI Joker. Oh, God. This crazy bitch needs to be locked up.
Some 5-foot-tall internet troll is gonna...
I don't think he's 5 feet tall, okay? He's probably shorter.
Dox people like ICE agents, people like me. I mean, like, how's that gonna play out?
Yeah.
You see, you think you're tough because you're with some mob on the street against some agents throwing snowballs at them or whatever else, but...
Be throwing snowballs at them. Guys, don't throw snowballs at your local ICE agents. Don't do that. Use water guns.
I mean, like, how's that gonna play out?
Yeah.
You see, you think you're tough because you're with some mob on the street against some agents throwing snowballs at them or whatever else. But you've doxed people. Now you're advocating for people to come to my home with my family and my...
He's actually a public agent that in theory is supposed to work for the public. When you are a public agent, you do not have a right to privacy. I'm sorry, you don't. If you don't like that, get a different fucking job, bro. The police don't get a right to be like, I shot a few people today, but I'm just gonna go home and relax, and I hope no one finds out about it. No. Give me a fucking break. Oh, you doxed me. You doxed me. You doxed the guy who murdered someone. Oh no.
Kids there.
It's beyond that. It's all the false positives and all the accidents. So, like, for example, if
the false positives. Let's the false positives. Yeah, Crimea River. Oh my God, someone looks like this guy in what happened? He got killed. Because we have so many examples of liberals murdering people that they think work for ICE.
If you give somebody's name and you put somebody's name out there, well then what if there's somebody else with the same name that they go to instead? There have been swattings that have happened that have gotten innocent people killed because they went to the wrong person's house. Like, it wasn't even the right person.
Okay. Maybe that's an issue with SWAT teams, and also swatting as a right-wing troll type of internet prank, if you want to call it that. I don't think the liberals that are mad about this person are going to do that.
Let me tell you, as someone who's dealt very violently with a home invasion personally, I fought harder in that brief encounter than I ever did in Iraq. For these agents or anyone who might have to deal with people coming into their homes, there's no rules. This won't be tear gas being fired at them. These are going to be real bullets coming fast.
Yep.
Because when you're defending your family, you don't care about rules. You don't care about laws and what might happen if.
I hope he's in Florida. This is the way it should be. He's right.
100% agree. Cops have names. ICE agents should have names too, but they don't. And they also wear fake badges, essentially, like wearing sheriff, wearing police. They're none of those things. What is the propaganda here if you try to murder this ICE agent, he's going to defend his house?
You only caring about killing what's coming through your door.
That's right.
Anyone who's ever seen combat knows this and can relate. When you are trained for this too, it has a unique way of kicking in these circumstances. And you're...
So, like, you can defend yourself if someone's breaking into your house, but if someone is trying to rip you out of your car to kidnap and torture you, you can't defend yourself. Unless you're Clavicular, in which Asmongold pissed himself in joy and clapped when Clavicular ran over a guy that was methed up. Because he said he was just defending himself. So, yeah, these people have no actual morals. They have no position other than our fascism is correct, and anyone who disagrees with our fascism should be violently dealt with.
You're in your own home. You're on your own turf with your children's
the home field
lives
advantage.
at stake. So I am pleading with these people not to go to these agents' homes for their own safety, for liberal sake.
For your safety.
Dude, you couldn't even find a single tweet of a guy saying, send me the address of Jonathan Ross. You just said, send me his name. Why are you pretending like there's liberals that are just lining up trying to kill this guy, like in the airplane scene where it just extends and there's more and more liberals as the camera pans down? Like, at the end of the day, these people just have like a fantasy where they can be, I don't know, in the White House Down movie, in the Die Hard movie where they just like kill people. That's what all of these guys have fantasies of.
Yeah.
For the agent's sake. Because if it was me, again, speaking from experience here, you think the mob's going to protect you? Ask the 4 kids who got free trips to the ER who broke into my house. A trained agent or officer or military guy.
He 4v1 them?
He said he's had 4 kids that came into his house. In this scenario, wouldn't you also have the mob going after Jonathan Ross's house? In which case, the mob would protect you by your own definition?
Who is this guy?
We're going to drop like 15
Holy
of you
shit.
people before you even figure out what's going on. And I bet you're going to rethink showing up at an officer's house after you have a hole in your chest. You think these people, and honestly, people like me who are also a target, you think we're aggressive now? You think we're the... Wait till you threaten our families.
True.
You have no idea.
I mean, you literally killed someone. ICE literally killed someone for being on a roadway that they were driving on. So it's hard to imagine them being more aggressive than that. Not only that, they are ramping up, attacking and harassing people that are simply following them a respectful distance away. So how can they be more aggressive than that? Just like shooting more people? Is that it? Oh yeah, no. Like, this guy's nuts. Sorry, you can't see his eyes, but his eyes are psychopath's eyes. Asmongold just looks like a caveman that discovered masturbating. And his chat is just full of a bunch of like little children that are like, that's so based as hell that he murdered people.
How hard we'll fight. There's no mercy or standard or remote version of humanity you will experience if you show up at my house and threaten my children.
Based.
I'm not saying that.
Like, once again, these people can't actually talk about ICE and analyze or criticize or like do any kind of critical analysis of what ICE is doing. And so he just deviates from the topic of ICE altogether and goes into a 5-minute long rant about how hard he'll kill you if you try to get into his house and kill him.
To, start a fight. I'm pleading with you, Libs. Stop it. Because that's the line.
Yep.
You keep up this rhetoric, there's going to be carnage, and not on our side.
He's right. He's completely right. There should never be any degree of doxing. He said it multiple times inside of the context of them intruding into his own home. This is not a call to violence. This is.
And remember when he applauded the guy that doxed Hassan and walked up to him while he was doing an IRL stream and then harassed him on stream. And Asmongold clapped his hands in glee.
I've never advocated for anyone to go to anyone's home. You lying little weasel. You nasty little gnome. What are you talking about? You never advocated for it. Oh, guys, I didn't advocate for it. I just gave you his name. And if you look up his name, it gives you his address. You nasty little rat. Oh, God.
What? You look up his name, it gives you his address? Is that true?
Who is this guy? I hate this guy. I do too. I think everybody does. Maybe he does too. Yeah, he's mad that he's been doxxed, but it's his own post. He has his own post about his house. Nobody.
Let's check it out. If you look up his name, it gives you his address. Well, I don't see his address here. Oh wait, this is this is a Wikipedia article. Wow, Jonathan Ross, the broadcaster and TV personality, has really had a fall from grace. Let's see, Newsweek. This is a top article. Is his address in this article? The ICE agent. Oh, he's the same officer who was dragged and injured. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God, he got injured. She was fatally shot Wednesday in her Honda Pilot. She was shot 3 times. After being approached by a group of federal agents working in South Minneapolis, she was not just approached by them. She was being assaulted by them. That's what was going on. Video shows an Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer then abruptly pulling his weapon and firing at least 2 shots at close range as the pilot accelerated forward. Despite repeated commands to stop, no, they did not give her repeated commands to stop. They also were telling her to leave. Goddamn, like, this is a horrible article. Jesus. What to know? Ross got his arm stuck in the window of a vehicle. That's how he got dragged? He got his arm stuck in the window? I thought the car, like, clipped him and it caught on his vest or something. Bro, that has to be the stupidest fucking way to get dragged. Is that like a monkey in the nut situation where the monkey reaches his hand into a jar to grab a nut and he won't let the nut go and then he ends up starving to death because he just won't let it go? Like, did Ross reach in to try to grab the driver's arm and then he just didn't let the arm go and he got dragged because, like, he just couldn't let it go? Dude, holy shit, this guy's a moron. He was dragged roughly 100 yards down the street before breaking free. Breaking free? It was your arm was in the window. Just let go of whatever you're holding. Straighten your arm. You just have to straighten your arm and then you're free. Prosecutor said Ross fired his taser during the struggle, striking the driver, but the shock failed to stop the vehicle. Yeah, no fucking shit. Ross was taken to a hospital with a significant cut to his right arm that required 20 stitches and another wound on his left hand that needed 13 stitches. The driver later claimed he did not know Ross. Wait. A jury convicted him of assaulting a federal officer with a dangerous weapon. He said the suspect accelerated after Ross broke a back window to unlock the door, dragging the agent for more than 100 yards while weaving to shake him loose. He eventually broke free but suffered severe injuries to his arms and hands. Dude, you're a fucking idiot. You reach into... Dude, how stupid are these ICE agents? He breaks the window to reach in, and then the guy drives away? Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you ever do that? Oh, Jesus. Okay, where's his address? I want to know his address. Because I was promised by the moldy one himself that I would get his address. I was promised that by Asmongold. Where's Jonathan Ross's address? All right, well, maybe we can go to the second article. Who is he? He's a 43-year-old ICE agent who worked for U.S. Border Patrol near El Paso. Footage shows 2 shots. He said it was in self-defense. Who is Jonathan Ross? He's not been officially named as a shooter by the government, but federal officials have defended his actions. Where is he from? He lives in Minnesota as part of his job with ICE as a deportation officer. That's it? He lives in Minnesota? Ah, man. Hey, thanks for watching that stream. I think we're going to be doing it again in a few days. We're going to try to make it more consistent in this new year. No, honestly, this guy sounds like a fucking chimp. Like, dude, you break a window while a guy's in the car and you reach in and he drives away. That's on you, bro. Okay. So Asmongold is not like, dude, Asmongold, the guy said, send me his name. This journalist on X said, send me the agent's name. Another journalist on Newsmax, coked up freak on Newsmax, said, that is doxing. And then Asmongold's like, oh, well, you said you never advocated for anyone for his address. You just wanted his name. Then you look up his name and you get his address. No, you don't. Like, why are you lying about this? It's the easiest thing to figure out at all. You just Google the guy's name and you realize that you don't find his address.
Nobody should be posting names or anything that is being posted about a person that isn't volunteered by that person is generally, like, there's some exceptions, right? But like generally something that you should not be spreading around the internet. Anybody who knows
he's a public facing he's a public facing law enforcement official. At least in theory, he's enforcing terrorism right now. But public-facing law enforcement officials should be able to be looked up by the public so that they can be held accountable for the actions they do in law enforcement. The agency fucking volunteered his name.
How to dox people knows that, these are the keys that you need to open the door, right? Like metaphorically. And so he's giving those keys out. That's what he's doing. And that's one of the keys is a name. And so you shouldn't do that. Yeah, I think it's such a huge problem. He should not be doing this at all.
No, he should be doing it.
And I don't know what is this your wife?
Like, come on, say that this person is being doxxed then.
Renee Good just released a statement. And what is this here? Kindness sparked our family. Renee was a Christian who knew all religions teach the same essential truth, that we're here to love each other, care for each other, and keep each other safe and whole. Why did you say drive? I'm not going to read all of this bullshit. And yeah, she is pure sunshine. On January 7th, we stopped to support our neighbor.
Not gonna read anything about what she was doing there, who she was as a person, her family, the fact that she left behind children. Not gonna read any of that bullshit about the person who got fucking murdered. But I am going to cry and piss my pants that we asked for the name of the public law enforcement officer that murdered her. That's what Asmongold will do. He's not gonna read any of the bullshit about the person who got killed. But he'll piss his pants and make a screaming fit about the fact that people want the killer to be held accountable for it.
We had whistles, they had guns. You had a car, they had a gun.
They had cars too, dumbass.
There you go. It's crazy. If you're a mother of 3, the last thing you need to be doing is going out there and violently getting into altercations with...
You know what she was doing? She had just dropped her kid off at school and was driving home. That's what she was doing.
Federal officers. I'm sorry. This is insane. Women don't need to be going out. I saw this other video too. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's absolute.
Folks, Asmongold's got low energy. So sad. Looks like he hasn't washed in a week. I know at the club, people, when Asmongold walks in, everyone leaves. They can't stand him.
Ridiculous the amount of stuff that these people are doing. It is fucking deranged, and it's dangerous too. It's so dangerous, and that's the thing that I don't think enough people talk about, is how insanely fucking dangerous these people are making everything. They're making...
What are you talking about? Are you talking about ICE? Is that what you're talking about? Because guess what? ICE is going to fucking torture people and beat them up whether or not there are liberals following them around and recording them.
Everything's so dangerous because they just say, you know what? I'm not going to follow the rules. I shouldn't have to do what people tell me. I'm going to do what I want.
The reason why white liberal women are the most dangerous things on the planet is
because they've experienced no consequences for their bad behavior for their entire life. They live the most privileged existence on the
saying this 2 days after a white liberal woman literally got fucking shot in the face 3 times. Oh my god. It's just so disgusting. Like, dude, sure, say what you want. White liberal women, bad, okay. Dude, like, the context is that an ICE officer just shot her in the fucking head, dude.
entire fucking planet, and they think that they're being oppressed. They think they're in The Handmaid's Tale, but they're actually basically fucking royalty.
Quite simple. They have nothing in their life that they have to worry about. No struggles,
My man.
no problems. They wake up, they got to figure out what coffee they're gonna drink, what robe they're gonna put on, what shade of makeup they have to put on, or whatever. They don't really have.
I do love the misogyny coming from this, right? Like, you can't hide the misogyny, dude. Oh, I'm speaking truth to power by saying white liberal women don't need to worry about anything. All they do is make sure that their makeup is put on correctly. Okay, dude.
Have problems in their life.
That's right.
So they're bored and they have
That's right.
nothing to do.
And there's a guilt that comes with that boredom, because I think that deep down inside, a lot of them realize that they're living the most privileged, advantaged, and beneficial life that anybody has ever lived in the history of humankind. And I think that they have a guilt for that, and they have to offload that guilt by being angry, psychotic harpies at ICE.
And us being humans, thousands of years.
Angry, psychotic harpies at ICE. A lot of the people you showed in today's clips were not white liberal women. Sorry. There's a lot of people that are following ICE. It's not just white liberal women. Even in the, like, dude, it's just crazy to me how they're trying to build this as an anti-white liberal woman propaganda machine. They're seeing a white woman getting fucking murdered by ICE, and they immediately just start attacking white liberal women. That's all they have. Even in the one picture where they're like 80% of people that protest are white liberal women, which are not, definitely not true, by the way. That's 100% not true. But even in the pictures, even in the selective pictures that they chose, they showed like 10 people that weren't white liberal women. Oh shit. Hold on. My sound got all fucked up. Gotta reset my sound. Okay, I think that should work. Sorry, I think this should work now.
To survive, you know, it's really been like the last 100+ years where Western civilization, you could really just chill and live your life.
You can.
So it's still hardwired in your DNA to find something to fight against, because that's what we've done most of our history. So the white liberal woman with nothing to do, she sees somebody else's problem and she imprints it onto herself. That way she has something to do. She has something to fight against. And the most dangerous part, she's not bored.
Make sewing great again. There's got to be something else they can do, right? Holy shit.
Anymore. I mean, why do you think they put the LGBTQ flag in her bio, the Palestine flag, the Venezuela flag?
Collecting all the world buffs. Line them up. Ready for the raid.
Flag, the Ukraine flag, oh damn, there's a lot of flags now that I think about it. It was there for BLM.
She wasn't even halfway done.
Stop Asian hate. They start to push all of this stuff because they have nothing themselves that they have to fight against.
That's right.
And the scariest part is they don't give a fuck about any of it. They don't care what's happening in Palestine. They don't care what's happening in the Ukraine. They don't even care.
Political apathy, undefeated for these people.
What happened in Venezuela? The Venezuelans are cheering and they're telling them to stop cheering. They don't really care. They just want to be seen as important.
Do you know who else said this? It was the GOAT. Ted Kaczynski.
You can also sew Ted Kaczynski.
Interesting guy. I don't agree with some of his mailing techniques, but he had some ideas.
Okay, so the argument here is that people that aren't personally affected by issues can't genuinely care about those issues. The counter argument to this is ICE just shot a liberal woman in the face who happened to be white. So now they care about those issues, even if we're going with your initial argument and agreeing with it. Okay, your move now.
And that's the most dangerous thing. These people,
some people call him the
care
Unabomber.
About your problems. If it's not popular, they're not going to say anything about it. You want to know how I know? How
Malcolm
come
X
nobody
was
is
the
talking
first.
about what's happening in the Congo and Sudan right now? I'll wait.
Yep.
They tell you they love black people, but let me be walking down the sidewalk at night. They're going to clutch that purse a little harder or probably cross the street. They claim not to be racist, but have a legitimate...
Okay, if you're... like, I don't understand this line of argument from this guy. Like, if you're saying that they don't actually care about Palestine, they're just saying they do because they have it hardline ingrained in their genetic coding to fight for something, and they don't have an actual struggle for themselves, then why wouldn't that also apply to Sudan? Like, why wouldn't that also apply to that? Like, your argument defeats itself, because then it's like, okay, well then why is it that they don't care about that? You're saying they're racist against black people? Well, you just listed BLM as one of those SJW causes that they disingenuously fight for and claim that they care about. So the racism against black people argument doesn't work. So, like, why is it that they care about Palestine? Well, then you actually have to do some kind of socio-analysis of it and realize that it's because, oh, it's our tax dollars that are going to funding the genocide, and I'm not in favor of that. And then their entire argument falls apart, because then it shows that the white liberal women aren't just being empty, vacuous vessels to pick up social justice bonus points as to for seeing who can be the one that cares the most on their social media, who can post the most black squares on Instagram. It shows that they actually care about something and they mean it when they say these things.
Superiority complex when it comes to other people who do not look like them.
Yeah, they think they're trying to help you, and to the extent that you don't think that you need their help, they think that you're stupid and they insult your intelligence and do it anyway. Instead of trying to listen to you and what a minority group needs, what they do instead of that is they tell the minority group what they need, because it's actually not about you at all. It's about making themselves feel good. That is the primary motivating focus. That's it. To be seen as a good person.
It's all just a virtue signal and a grasp of trying to be relevant, bro.
Yep. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yep, there it is. And
ironically, that's what these two guys are doing too. It's like, this guy is just being a misogynist piece of shit to try to be relevant, and Asmongold is trying to say the most outrageous things he can possibly think of in an attempt to try to be relevant.
Glad to see him say this. And you know who else said this? This is what I was trying to get at, right? And where's it at?
The reason why white liberals...
This is it. The OG. The white liberal is the worst enemy to America and the worst enemy to the black man.
Yeah, and care to explain that quote at all? No, okay. I guess you're not going to. The reason that this holds true is because a lot of times liberals won't actually care about minority groups. But then when you have liberals that actually do stand up and care for minority groups. It's like the liberal Zionist, worst enemy of the Palestinians, right? They say that they're going to end the genocide. They give a little bit of lip service to ending the genocide, but when it comes right down to it, they're just as bad as the conservatives. That's what it is. It's the exact same thing with civil rights in the United States of America. White liberals might say that they care more about black people, but when it gets right down to it, when it comes to changing material conditions, there's a lot of white cities still, or there's a lot of liberal cities still that still have redlining and still have historical segregation that needs to be fixed. So, yes, they're like, oh fuck, this thing's gonna kill me. Lip service is not enough. Actual actions need to take into effect. But people that follow ICE, that's an actual important action that's being done. Yeah, but what was your point here? That white people are bad for the country? Is that the point of playing this Malcolm X quote for your audience? Oh shit. Oh my god.
This is what I was trying to get at, right? And where's it at?
The reason why white liberals...
This is it. The OG. The white liberal is the worst enemy to America and the worst enemy to the black man. Damn. The X-Man himself. That's right. Look at this here. Oh, here's another one. What is wrong with you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
God damn it.
Look at this.
Oh fuck.
It's just so ridiculous.
Wait, what was this? Was this a real video?
What's wrong with you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, it looks like she should have just pulled her pistol out and killed the person that was driving that car in order to defend herself. If we're going based off of ICE standards here.
Look at this. It's just so ridiculous.
I had to turn it off.
These people are out of their fucking minds. Really? Oh my god.
Do you realize how unhinged and mentally insane you have to be to actually do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, caring about your communities, that's so cringe, bro. These people are obviously mentally unwell. Okay, yeah, give me a break, dude. Once again, political apathy is undefeated.
You've got to be out of your fucking mind. It's crazy. How can you do something like this and think that you're normal?
Do you realize how messed up your common sense and critical thinking is?
Yes.
Are, because it's plural, right? Both of them are.
Yeah.
But individually is. Anyway, they are messed up to think that you can stop that car, that SUV. Yep. Imagine thinking that, you know what, I don't have anything better.
Wait, so this guy thinks that woman was physically trying to, she thought that she was physically strong enough to stop the car. That's what this guy thinks she was trying to do, rather than, like, protest the car's actions. Okay, yeah, and she's the one that's cringe and is being stupid. She's the one who has a lack of critical thinking. When he watches that video, he's like, what a dumb bitch. She thinks she can physically stop the car from moving? That's so funny. I've never seen anyone with that low level of critical thinking skills. It is so funny because he clearly is like, I'm an intelligent man. The plural is are. The singular is. Yeah, you're a super, super smart, not American though, right? Interesting.
To do with my life, then I'm gonna jump in front of an ICE vehicle while they are trying to deport criminals.
They need to go with these people. They need to lock them up. This will only stop when these people receive real consequences. And I think that the faster they start locking them up, the safer the country will be. It'll be safer for the...
Yeah, but they're not doing that because it's not illegal to follow them. There's a reason they're not locking them up. Because it's not fucking illegal what they're doing. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking die. Run.
ICE agents, and it'll be safer for the protesters. Because the problem right now is that nobody really knows where the line is. And it's very clear that following the law isn't the line. Because you have people that break the law all the time and they don't have anything happen to them.
No, I was so close.
So what ends up happening instead is that you just have a huge amount of people.
Wait, Brat, you've debated this TikToker before? This fucking German guy? The German guy that is like, I'm gonna talk about, the German guy that's like, I'm gonna talk about American politics? What is this TikToker's name? That's awesome. If you have a video, you should email me it. I kind of want to watch it now.
That are fucking mad, making up bullshit, and nobody knows what they can get away with and what they can't. For to solve that problem, they did. This is a huge, huge issue.
Yeah, no one knows what they can get away with and what they can't because ICE is breaking the law by beating the fuck out of people.
Because nothing screams democracy and I care about my fellow countrymen than open border ideology. That is liberal logic. I will never. Maybe somebody on the left can actually tell me. Drop in the comments.
That's liberal logic. The Democrats literally ran on, we are stronger on the border than the Republicans. That's what they ran on.
Let me know. What do you think you're accomplishing? Because I can't deal with it anymore. Like, I'm
well, maybe when ICE fucking murders people and commits crimes, it's good to have a video evidence of those crimes. Maybe that's what they're accomplishing. Holy shit, like, the evidence speaks for itself. Like, it's a tautological argument. Wow, you're recording people, and then ICE is committing crimes on you. Why are you recording them? Maybe to record the crimes that they're committing. Oh, you didn't record it? Yeah, that'd be sick. This guy seems like a complete and utter jackass.
Sorry, but the amount of stupidity...
The police aren't doing shit. Should they be charged for letting it happen? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Should they be charged for letting it happen? I have no idea. Maybe, right? But
no. Oh my God. Okay, what else does Asmongold have on his channel right now? Okay, let's watch this. Different angle of the shooting.
I'm a huge advocate for body cams, okay? I'm a massive fucking advocate for body cams. Because think about how much of a gray area a lot of people were trying to make this before this video. So she's smiling.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know.
It's Missouri. So this is a Missouri plate. Now, if I remember right, is Minnesota in Missouri? So she actually went to, I don't really like, I mean, I thought the whole argument against Kyle Rittenhouse about going across state lines was like stupid, but at the same...
I actually can't believe that he's repeating this talking point because it's so fucking dumb. They're like, oh, Kyle Rittenhouse shot and killed 2 people in a protest that he didn't even live at. It's like, okay, well, this woman didn't murder anyone, and she also does live in Minneapolis. Like, what's the fucking... Even if she drove to Minneapolis and she lived in Missouri, specifically just so that she could record ICE agents in Minneapolis, who gives a fuck?
Time, she is in a totally different state, looking for trouble, intentionally breaking the law. Intentionally going out and breaking federal law, obstructing federal investigations. Stop pausing. I know, I'm sorry.
No, it'll
sorry.
be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking country.
As a citizen.
You want to come out
So he walks around the car.
You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Trigger warning, by the way, everyone. She moved from Kansas City to Minneapolis. Yeah, I mean, she literally lives in Minneapolis, just dropped off her kid at school before she got murdered.
Get yourself some more.
I heard she moved like last year, but I guess last year could have been a month ago.
Lunch.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh my God, wow. Look at the murderous intent in her eyes as she carefully turns the wheel to maneuver away from the cop, from the ICE agent that's in front of her.
Out of the car.
You can hear the thump.
You can hear the thump.
There it is. So there we go. And so, yeah, and you can even hear it, right?
Split second reaction. Like, they're like, oh, she floored it. After she got shot in the face, she floored it.
Right, you even hear that right there. Drive, baby, drive. Did she say that? Let me hear it again.
Get out of the car.
Why would you say this?
Out of the car.
Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?
What is wrong with this bitch? Yeah, just like a complete unwillingness to engage in anything that the ICE agents did, right? Complete unwillingness to engage in anything that ICE or any kind of like Republican law enforcement agencies are doing. It's all, oh, she said drive. She's a bitch for saying drive. You know, when these thugs are trying to abduct her to then go on to torture her later. Like, that's what they would have done to her. She's a bitch for doing that. Just ignoring the fact that a guy pulled out his gun and shot her partner in the face 3 times, right? Ignoring that fact. We're going to ignore that. Focus on her partner saying, drive, like, get the fuck out of here. And that's somehow bad for saying?
Holy shit. This changes everything? Look,
How does it change everything? Explain it to me. Asmongold will not.
For me, it was obvious right from the beginning. It was so obvious right from the beginning. It was so clear. And I knew. And by the way, I'm always right. I am. I'm always right on these. It's crazy, but it happens every time. So yes, and it's escalated. Yes, she was the one that escalated it. And then she stepped away, the wife.
No, I think the cops, I think the ICE agents were the ones that escalated it. When they got out of their vehicles, instead of just driving around her, getting out of their vehicles, surrounding her, wrenching her car door in order to try to carjack her. And then also the final escalation is pulling out the gun and shooting her in the face. But no, it's a woman who is trying to de-escalate the situation by driving away who escalated it.
Got her killed. The wife didn't get her killed. She got herself killed because she was the one that was driving. And the police officer was yelling at her, stop.
Go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
Listen to this.
Go ahead. Out of the car.
Out of the car. He's saying out of the car. He's walking up to her, he's saying out of the car.
Some lunch, big boy. Go ahead. Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
3 times he told her to get out of the car. 3 times.
Get out of the car.
They act like they're in Grand Theft Auto. This is the
Funnily enough, like, that's exactly what the ICE agents are. Acting like they're in the Grand Theft Auto, trying to rip open people's car doors to pull them out of it. Yeah, you can drive away from ICE agents. That's something you can do.
I genuinely think that a lot of these people on social media and the media in general and a lot of these political commentators are totally to blame for this. And the government is. I actually, like, when I see this woman get shot, it's sad that somebody that was a mother got killed. Like, yes, obviously I think it was justified, but it's sad to see something like that happen. I don't really think about like
The media
that
is
a
to
whole
blame
lot.
for it.
It's sad. It happened. It is what it is. But here's what I do think about. She's the cookie. I want the cookie factory. And the cookie factory that prints these fucking people is the mainstream media, the government's dickless approach to going after them, and then on top of that, the entire social media apparatus that gasses them up and tells them that they can commit a crime if they're sufficiently aggrieved. They're the ones that have created the ecosystem that prints these...
What was the crime that she committed? Just no one has been able to say what it is. What? The crime is not hitting the ICE officer because she did not hit him. So what was the crime that she committed? Not listening to petulant man children when they tried to rip open her car door to like assault her? Is that the crime that she committed? Trying to de-escalate the situation by leaving? Is that the crime that she committed?
Motherfuckers over and over and over. They are spawning radicals. There's more of them every single day, and it's bringing things to absolute chaos. It's total fucking chaos.
Total chaos. Nah, the people that are following the laws and just filming ICE agents doing crimes, and ICE can't even tolerate being filmed from a reasonable distance away, that is not interfering in investigations. ICE is assaulting people that are just filming them. But no, it's the people that are filming that's causing the chaos. Like, dude, if you can't be filmed doing your job without freaking the fuck out, you're the problem. It's the liberal media that's causing the chaos. Saying that ICE is murdering people, that's causing ICE to murder people. I love it. I love the logic here.
You have the media saying, "Oh well, it's ICE. It's not. They're secret police. Their thing says police. She's following them the entire day. If she didn't think that they were police, why the fuck is she following them? Then on top of that, they have lights on their cars. They're fully decked out in police gear. They're acting like police officers. Every single thing points that they're police officers.
But they're not police officers. What? Like, what is this argument? They're not. They don't have any of the training of police officers.
But you're trying to pretend like they're not. It's just insane.
They're not.
She knew they were police officers. That's it. The wife could be charged with telling her to drive.
They're not police officers. Why is he acting like they are?
I think they should. I think they absolutely should charge her. They should. They think they can commit crimes so long as they see themselves as the good guys. This vigilante justice fantasy that...
Dude, are you talking about the ICE agents that are fantasizing about vigilante justice? What are you talking about? People recording ICE agents is not vigilante justice fantasies.
These people are selling on the internet needs to die before more people die. This has to stop. You can't go out and obstruct federal investigations. You can't drive over federal officers. You can't ignore lawful orders. You can't decide in the minute of you being...
Dude, anything ICE tells you is not a lawful order. I'm sorry. Like, no. Nothing they say is a lawful order. This is a rogue agency that's doing illegal actions every single day.
Detained, whether you think that it's justified or not, and if you disagree with it, you just get to drive away. That's not the way the world works. And somewhere down the line, we lied to these people, and we told them that it was. And now somebody is dead. Everybody who advocated drive away. Everybody...
The funny thing is, when he's saying that, and it's not very funny, but it's just an extremely easy way to disprove this moronic argument. When he's saying that bystanders filming ICE is creating a lawlessness, it's creating chaos, the only reason you're able to say any of this at all is because bystanders were there filming ICE. Like, we have all of this shit on video because bystanders were filming ICE. So even the fact that you're reacting to this at all proves that people should be going around filming ice, because otherwise we wouldn't know anything about this story. This woman wasn't there to follow ice. She was just in the neighborhood and ice murdered her, right? So you need people filming and following around ice to document their crimes. So by the very fact that Asmongold is reacting to this video, his argument that you shouldn't follow ice is null and void. It's already defeated. Like, this is a self-defeating argument. And on its face, it just is, like, it's fucking stupid too. Oh, you filming ice is causing them, like, that's lawlessness? People recording on their phones? That's lawlessness? Okay, alright. Thank you, Asmongold, for the stunning political analysis.
Who said ICE are secret police? Don't listen to them. Don't follow their orders. Everybody who said that, like, make sure to fight back against ICE. Put your body on the line. They are the ones that are responsible for this. Because here's the truth. This ruined 3 lives minimum. Actually, that's not true. She had kids. It ruined all of her kids' lives. It ruined her life. It ruined her wife's life. It's going to ruin this police officer's
life. Oh no.
life. You have probably a dozen people from the butterfly effect of this who are going to have their life irreparably damaged and altered and made tremendously worse, not to mention her who died.
Oh, 3 people's lives get ruined by ice. I got bad news for you, buddy. There's a lot more than just 3 people's lives who got ruined by ice. This entire country is going, like, it's burning right now.
All for what? For what? So you can get social media likes. And then she dies. It's disgusting. And they keep making these social media, oh, give me a cookie for saying that I'm a revolutionary. It's getting people killed. It has to stop. This entire rhetoric and all of this violent language and everything against the officers, against the law enforcement, against police.
The violent language against the officers needs to stop. But not the shooting citizens in the face by the officers. It's the violent language by the officers that needs to stop.
It has to stop. And if it doesn't stop, more people will die. Maybe it might be an officer next time. Maybe it might be another protester. But they'll die. Not even remotely the point. But why is there a Tyrannosaurus in the driveway? Yeah, dude, when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. The first thing I thought of is...
I thought they were going to say, why does his haircut look like a dead squirrel on his head?
Did somebody AI this whole video, and then they put the Tyrannosaurus in there in order to prove that it was AI that nobody would notice? And I was like, oh my God, did the entire internet, including the vice president, just get tricked? But because that would be clever, right? It would be clever. And so... that's why I was just pausing there for a second. I was like kind of like doing mental calculations there. I was like, wait a minute, wait, what? What are you talking about? And so it's a T-Rex on the car. It is. It's the T-Rex on the car. That's really cool. Yeah, not even remotely the point, but why is there a Tyrannosaurus in a driveway? Yeah, it's a pretty, welcome to America, right, guys? Welcome to America. So, yeah, they're crushing the car. I can see that. So, are ICE officers not empowered to instantly tase aggressive behavior like this? I don't know, but I think that a lot of
it doesn't matter, bro. Like, they just wanted to do the killing. Okay, I'm gonna kill this tree sentinel. I've been stuck on this thing for like 3 weeks now.
Here's the reason: most officers don't want to. They don't want to shoot somebody. They don't want to tase somebody. They don't want to detain.
ICE officers do want to shoot people.
Somebody. They don't want to arrest somebody. Do you want to know how I know that? It's because it takes more work to do that. So every single time where there's a possibility, bullshit, you say that's bullshit. It's not. It's paperwork, court dates. Like every single time that happens, the guy's got to go to court. He's got to explain himself, and then he could get sued afterwards. Fuck no, you're not going to deal with that. Absolutely not. So unless you have to, I think in a lot of cases they're not. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't cops that go against this. But what I'm saying is, in a general sense, I think that my assumption is correct. that most cops don't want to do anything to you, because if they do, they might have to report it and they might have to deal with it later on. And a cop's life is stressful enough, and that's it. Most people don't like killing, even if it's justified. Most people don't like shooting other people. That's what I hear.
Except Asmongold, right? Asmongold's in favor of this, and actually all of the people that they're hiring are also in favor of this. For the shockwaves, timing your jump to them gives you iframes. My big thing with this enemy is that when it like hits the staff down and then those balls shoot lasers, I can't avoid that without getting on my horse and running around. So I just need to like time getting on the horse better.
Renee Good wasn't just a legal observer mom. She was a member of ICE Watch, a radical group trained
No, she wasn't.
to monitor, block vehicles, and disrupt ICE operations in sanctuary cities. DHS confirms she was part of this anti-ICE activist network. Was she paid for it? Mainstream media won't touch that question. Well, the reason why is because there's really no there's no possibility that could. I mean, there's no certainty that would happen.
What is this? Be Good, 3.27K followers. So she followed Becca Good. Becca Good. Is that even her name? Renee Good. Oh my god, I misspelled that. Renee Nicole Good. That's Minneapolis before Renee Good was fatally shot. Is it Nicole Becca? Nicole Becca? What's her full name? I know it's Renee Good. Killing of Renee Good. Who was Renee Nicole Good? The woman shot, identified as Renee Nicole Good. She was a prize-winning poet and hobby guitarist who city leaders have said was there as a legal observer of immigration and customs enforcement activities, but the Trump administration has called her a domestic terrorist. Her mother, Donna Ganger, told the Minnesota Star Tribune that her daughter was probably terrified during the confrontation with officers, and that she was one of the kindest people I've ever known. She was extremely compassionate. She's taking care of all the people in her life she was loving. Her father told the Washington Post that she had a good life but a hard life. It raised more than $1.4 million, a fundraiser for her family. She was experiencing Minneapolis. She was a poet and writer and wife and mom. She had 2 children who are now teenagers with her first husband. Speaking to U.S. media on condition that his name was not used, he said that Good was not an activist and that she was a devoted Christian who went to Northern Ireland on youth missions when she was younger. Like, literally just a fucking, like, Christian mom. She hosted a podcast with her second husband, Tim Macklin, who died in 2023. They had a son together who is now 6 years old. Macklin's father told the Minnesota Star Tribune. Her third marriage was to Rebecca Good, with whom she moved to Minneapolis just last year from Kansas City, a neighbor told the Washington Post. On Wednesday, January 7th, we stopped to support our neighbors. We had whistles, they had guns. Rebecca Good said in a statement to Minnesota Public Radio on Friday, we were raising our son to believe that no matter where you come from or what you look like, all of us deserve compassion and kindness. Renee lived this belief every day. She is pure love. She is pure joy. She is pure sunshine. She had previously worked as a dental assistant at a credit union. She studied creative writing. Okay. U.S. Homeland Social Security Secretary, Social Security, not Social Security, U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said Good had been stalking and impeding their work all day by blocking them in with her car and shouting at them. Good weaponized her vehicle, Noem told reporters, and then tried to run over one of the officers in an attempt to kill her or cause bodily harm to agents. An act of domestic terrorism. The ICE agent feared for his life and fired defensive shots. This account was backed up by Trump. She lived just a few blocks from where she was killed, and the scene is about 1 mile from George Floyd Square, where he was murdered. So her name is Renee Good. She also had an ex-husband named Macklin, and her middle name is Nicole. So what was this? What was this? Where it's Becca Good? Is that her alias on Instagram? If she has a podcast, I'm assuming that her if she had a podcast, I'm assuming that she has an Instagram. Okay, that's not it. Like, these people are just fucking lying. Becca, be good. It doesn't even look like her. Becca Good. They found a random person that follows Minnesota Ice Watch. And just like, it's so fucking ridiculous. Minnesota Ice Watch is not an organization. Like, it's a group chat that people can, it's not even a group chat. It's just like a notification board that you can go to see what ICE is doing.
So,
sorry, I did not pay any attention to chat. Hate is his appeal. He's a psychopath. He's talked before about how he doesn't see people as human. He sees them as objects or tools for using them, and has done his whole life. Yeah, Asmongold does seem kind of like a psychopathic person.
anyway, I don't know if this is really, I mean, what is this here? So she's MN Ice Watch. Oh, Minnesota Ice Watch. Okay, yeah, there it is. Send any tips. Yeah, this kind of, you've got to, as I said, now, what did I say? What did I say? That these things are going to get somebody killed. I'm glad Trump is starting to listen to me about the 2% idea, and I was happy to see the I don't care about international law, my own morality is the law. Like, okay, that's good, right? I was happy. But, like, he's got to listen to me even more. He does. Like, this is, I mean, this is a good start, right? It's a good start. But we got to go even farther than that.
Get out of the car.
Is this a person? That doesn't look like the person at all.
You see how fast that car went.
Wait, was that Renee Good's wife?
You heard that? One more.
Renee Good's wife, maybe. Who did she marry? Her mother, her father. She had 2 children. She hosted a podcast. Her 3rd marriage was to Rebecca Good. Okay, so that was Renee Good's wife. Right, so it wasn't her at all.
She revved that motherfucker. She did. And do you know how I know that? I want to go back. I want to go back to what I said originally.
All right, you go back to it, Asmon.
This is what I said about it the day it happened. Right there. She's moving forward, and he had to just barely get out of the way. He barely got, if he hadn't moved, and you can hear that now with the thump. How do you think the thump happened? You heard the thump. It was so obvious. Would have run him over. Watch the tire. See, now the tire is moving forward. You see the tire is moving forward? That's the revving. That's exactly what I said happened. I was... Oh my God. The officer directly in front of the car. You can see the spinning. This would have never happened if she had just gotten out of the car, and it would have never happened if she hadn't just tried to block the police in the first place. I see her spinning her wheels forward, right there. You're trying to run over that officer. You are. She doesn't give a fuck. Plus, if you're next to a car like that, you can hear it when it starts accelerating. You know what?
Like, you even said the guy got out of the way of the car. He was not in front of the car when he fired the shots.
You bring up a great point. I hadn't even thought about this, but the police officer who was in front of the car heard the wheels accelerating. And yeah, absolutely, he's going to pull out his fucking gun. That's a great point. New pictures show the bullet hole in the windshield, so clearly shot from in front of the car.
He's just reacting to himself at this point?
Here we go. And you can see right here, if the cop wasn't in front of the vehicle, then he wouldn't have been able to make this shot.
No, that's not true. If he was in front of the vehicle, he would not have been able to make that shot. You can see the angle where the bullet hole enters compared to where it needs to go to hit the headrest where the driver would be. You can't make that shot unless you're to the side of the vehicle, which he was, because he was not in front of the car. So, no. Okay. Dude, these people just are lying to your face. They're just lying.
And you can see right here, if the cop wasn't in front of the vehicle, then
I'm skipping
in some way, I don't know why.
What are we talking about? Here we go. Listen to this.
So I mean, I'm just walking around, kind of just dazed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like where that stems from. Like I mean, part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary.
Please, Asmongold, you made it the first 10 minutes of the video talking about how privileged white women are. You spent the entire first 10, 12 minutes of this video trying to make the point that white women are privileged. Don't shake your head now that a white woman is doing an interview and saying that she feels privileged in disbelief at her Karen-ness. You were the one that was saying white women are privileged. Come on, dude. I love this argument too, because it's like, oh, white women are privileged and so they can't actually care about any kind of social issues, but white men can care about social issues? Okay.
When black and brown.
The entire argument that white women don't actually care about any kind of social issues is entirely rooted in misogyny. Even you can make critiques of white feminists like J.K. Rowling and stuff where they ensured rights for themselves, but then they weren't allies to other social justice movements like the civil rights movement in America. You can make those critiques, but critiquing them isn't the same. Critiquing them for not also working for other groups to get civil rights is not the same as saying they didn't care about themselves and they didn't actually care about any of those social issues. Come on.
We've got a big problem. I don't think...
Dude, these people this was the same video, right? This was the same video where you had the black guy saying that white women don't care about anything. Or was this... maybe that was that the second video? Okay, that might have been the This Is Insane video. Where's the video where he had the guy saying that, oh, white women don't care about anything? Yeah, okay, so it was in this video. I love how she's like, I feel privileged, and then in the next video, he's completely agrees with her point. Yeah, white women are privileged.
You guys understand how bad this problem is.
People have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How did you decide that you should be here, or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work 2 miles from here, so
that's a surprise.
Driving by,
just a job.
I don't, it was like I'm here.
Yeah,
dude, he's such a sexist piece of shit.
Didn't expect that one. Yep.
That's a surprise that she has a job. He's such a goddamn piece of shit. Oh, a woman has a job? Surprising. Literally, that's what he's doing. Because in his mind, he thinks that all of these women that go to these protests are just stay-at-home moms. They're just shrill housewives that have nothing better to do, and they aren't contributing members to society at all. So what do? They just spend all of their time nagging the world. It's not enough that they nag their husbands. They have to nag the world, too. Oh, wait, that's a surprise that she has a job.
There we go again. These people have the mentality of a 4-year-old. I know. That's because emotional thinking reduces you to that. People
She's doing emotional thinking.
that are ruled by emotional thinking are reduced down to a childlike level of logic and reasoning.
Dude, I love this. This is like 2016 levels of misogyny, right? Like internet misogyny. Men use critical thinking and they think logically with their masculine brains. Women with the soft emotional brains that they have, that saps them. It leaves them devoid of all types of logic and smart manly thinking. Dude, are you serious? This is a joke.
People that are ruled by emotional thinking are reduced down to a childlike level of logic and reasoning. They're mentally children. Like they are adults and they can, you know, in other situations think like adults, but in these situations, they're mentally children. That's it. Oh yeah, a no-go zone has been put up in Minneapolis. These are literal mental children. They're building walls to keep the police out. They've got to send in the
That's a pretty good response, Christian. Yeah, the guy who says that video game characters aren't hot enough to use his jerk-off cave to.
Like, this is insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. Are they calling a cop a race traitor for being married to a Filipino? No, I don't think so. So, yeah.
What?
We should deport these people to Iran and help them protest there. I thought they don't like walls. To be fair, it's not really much of a wall, right? No wonder they think anybody can get over it. So, yeah. And aren't these the same people that just celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk? I think that there is a huge overlap. There is. But that Minneapolis has put up a no-go zone. They put up walls and barriers to keep people out. They didn't want walls and barriers to keep illegal aliens out. Yep, what a big surprise. These people, again, I've said this before. I'll say it again.
Oh, fuck.
They don't want to, they don't hate the government.
A no-go zone has been put up in Minneapolis. It's funny. Here. The heck? Oh. Sorry. There we go. A no-go zone has been put up in Minneapolis. It's funny they put up walls and barriers to keep people out, but they didn't want border walls to keep illegal aliens out, which sparked this whole situation in the first place. Chat, do you need me to explain how fucking stupid this is? Do you need me to explain? Like, dude... We're talking about the people that Republicans hate that are in Minnesota are Somalis that are from Somalia. They didn't enter the country through the Mexican border. They flew into America. Planes can go over walls. And they came here legally too. Like, yeah, they came here legally. So, some came as refugees. A lot of people came here and they just immigrated here and went through the proper channels for immigration. Holy shit. Oh wow, they put a dumpster and some pallets in the road. That must mean that they're hypocrites because they want a wall here but not a wall on the border. Interesting. So stupid. You want to keep people out of this place where a woman was murdered as a memorial to her, but you don't want to keep Browns out of your country? Curious.
They want to be the government. They don't hate the police. They want to be the police. They don't hate the laws. They want to make the laws. They don't hate power. They want to have power.
Wait, Asmongold suddenly having an epiphany of how politics work?
These people, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. They don't want to, they don't hate the government. They want to be the government. They don't hate the police. They want to be the police. They don't hate the laws. They want to make the laws. They don't hate power. They want
They don't hate the laws. They want to make the laws.
To have power. They don't hate authoritarianism. They want to be the authoritarians.
No, that's where you're wrong. People want to see the type of policies that they enjoy reflected in government, right? You do that too, man. But like authoritarianism, that's an ideology. The people that want to see their ideology reflected in government don't want authoritarianism. That's your ideology. Like what? You're basically saying, oh, they want like Somali groups going around white neighborhoods and terrorizing people. That's what he's saying there. That's what he's saying. That's what he means when he says they don't hate authoritarianism. They want to be the authoritarians. Like they want a Somali version of ICE harassing white people. Okay. Are you fucking serious right now?
That's what it is. Here's a video. Let me see if I can pull it up. And oh no, they're not doing this again, are they? Oh no, an autonomous zone? Oh my god. Oh no, are we another one? Are you? This is so fucking embarrassing. Holy shit. Hopefully you read this, bro, but as a first-generation American, me and my Hispanic family all voted for Trump to get people like this out. Every fucking person I know that's Hispanic pretty much all voted for Trump. They did. I know like 2 that didn't. Like, I know.
They put some pallets on a block, okay? Why are you freaking out about this? Everyone I know voted for Trump to remove people like what? The ones that want to create memorials for people after they got murdered?
Like 20 that did. So yeah, I did. This is in Texas, right? It's in Texas too. It's obvious. This zone spans for several blocks and residents are barred from driving to their homes. Look at this.
Dude, it's fucking Minneapolis. You park 10 blocks away and then walk to your house. You're fine.
This has to get crushed. You can't let these people go out and do this because the more this is inside of the ecosystem that creates more radicals that end up getting killed. This is
inside of the ecosystem that creates more radicals. So if it's inside of the ecosystem, how would it contribute at all? It's just like, oh my god, he's not saying anything. How does this create more radicals? Isn't this created by radicals? You just don't like it because you don't want any kind of resistance against ICE at all. That's all that it is. That's the fact of the matter. You have nothing else other than, oh, this makes me angry because it's a resistance against my brave boys in shitty ass camo that can't even do 10 push-ups.
This is actually so scary for me to see because I know, like, this, it's in itself, it's like just a few idiots, like, building a fort. I built a fort before, right? Building forts is fun. I get it. I know why you guys are doing it. But it's about the ecosystem that it creates. Charge them for kidnapping? Yeah. You charge these people for kidnapping or, you know, basically think about every single law that you can possibly charge them on. Every single one. Every single one. This is an act of rebellion, justification for sending in the military. I agree. I definitely agree. It needs to be crushed by local authorities to make a point. It does. Just becoming George Floyd of white people.
Oh my god, I don't know what's more triggering, getting killed by these mountain bandits or listening to Asmongold shit into a microphone. Oh, someone made, look this, they spray painted on scrap wood and put it on the memorial of the person who got murdered by ICE. Send in the military. Nuke Minneapolis. This can't stand. They defaced spare pallets? They defaced something that was used to deliver Amazon boxes? I can't believe it. Just fucking nuke them, dude. Send in the National Guard. Send in the Marines. Yeah, put a naval warship in Lake Superior so that we can bombard them from the coast Fuck. Spawned in the wrong spot.
I don't think she is. Fuck ICE. Think about all the money. Like, now they're destroying signs, they're vandalizing things. I don't want to live in this world. I don't. I don't want to live in this world. I don't want to live in a country that lets people...
Think of all the money. They're destroying signs, they're vandalizing things. Think of all the money. Dude, ICE is getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year per person to just, waddle around and harass people. When you're saying, oh my god, they, defaced a pallet. They took a sign that said trail closed that was probably just in a dumpster, like a junkyard somewhere, and they spray painted it to say fuck ICE. Think of all of the money. Oh my god, look at this. Is that a used Christmas tree? It can't be a used Christmas tree. They hate Christmas. The war on Christmas is real, everyone. Asmongold, Asmongold personally needs to bring back the war on Christmas. I can't believe how brutal these people can be. Send in the military, send in the National Guard.
People do this. It's ridiculous. I don't know about you guys. I don't like this. I think it's crazy. Then leave? No, I don't want to leave. I want them to stop. No. No. Those aren't the only two options. Sorry about the flickering. The shutter rate on this camera.
I like how it's what? One intersection? It's one intersection where people are piled stuff up?
Is bad. Jesus. I want to get one of, can somebody send me a link on Amazon to buy one like this? I really like these a lot, these ponchos. And I see people that wear them sometimes, and I've always wanted to get one, and I never have gotten one before. Yeah, I want to get one of these. These are really cool. They're comfy? Yeah. You don't go outside? I do. I go outside regularly. Unfortunately.
I go outside regularly. Yeah, Asmongold goes outside, everyone. He really does.
And keep in mind, these are the people that are complaining about ICE being masked. They're all wearing masks.
Oh, dude, it's just the same low IQ argument that's being regurgitated from every single conservative. Oh, do you think there's a difference between law enforcement officials wearing masks when they do illegal things and citizens wearing masks to try to avoid being traced by fucking Palantir, who is in favor of murdering their political opponents? Like the founder of Palantir, shout out Kyle Kalinske, has acknowledged that the point of Palantir is to murder communists. And people are wearing masks, A, because COVID and the flu is going around, and so when you protest, you should probably be wearing a mask for your own health. And B, because people are using facial recognition software and doxing from images and recordings of the protests to ruin everyday people's lives for expressing their First Amendment right of speech. Murdering people as an ICE agent is not protected by the Constitution. It's not in any of your rights. That's not a right that you have as someone who works in law enforcement. You are beholden to the people that pay your salary, which are the taxpayers. At least in theory, in a proper functioning democracy, that's how it should work. Sadly, we are no longer in a properly functioning democracy.
I thought ICE wasn't police. Man.
They're like, that's a good song, to be fair.
Welcome to Wagartha. Is this? Bro, this is actually, yeah, you're right. They're all white. Yeah, this is Wagartha. No, you're right. It's scuffed Wagartha.
I don't know what the reference there is.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This third worlding of our country has to stop. It has to stop.
If you wanted to stop sending the military and ICE officials, ICE officers, into the streets of cities and harassing people. That's a good way to stop the third worlding of our country. If you want people to stop protesting in the streets, which is what he means when he says third worlding, oh, people are protesting, I don't like seeing that, that's bad. That's what he's saying. If you want that to stop, then stop fucking sending in military and paramilitary into the streets of major cities and suburban areas surrounding them to harass people, beat them up, detain them, torture them, and then send them to gulags. Maybe you stop doing that, and the third worlding of our country is going to stop.
Cooking food out in the middle of the street. Is it the 4th of July? Yes or no? Answer is no? Okay, get out of the street.
Dude, you're just a hater, Asmon. You're just an uncultured, unwashed piece of shit. Oh, you can't cook food outside unless it's the 4th of July. Most un-American shit ever, man. God, turn in your American card. This guy is not in favor of driving the car quickly on roads, like accelerating quickly. So he's not in favor of that. He's not in favor of, like, having a kid in a car without the proper type of booster seat. He's not in favor of cooking food outside. Turn in your fucking American card, you racist piece of shit. What, just because you associate that with some kind of unsavory ethnicity that you don't like the color of their skin in your mind? Dude, cooking food outside is the most American thing that there possibly can be. Like, our entire country is like built off of barbecue. Oh my god, dude. It's so triggering to me.
Is it Mardi Gras? No, it's not. You're not in Louisiana. Get out of the street. Maybe New Year's.
New Year's?
Okay.
Crazy.
Oh, we're good. Thank you, though.
Sorry, okay. Well, if you want something else, there's some chutney.
Also, they're not even cooking food. This is like a buffet of snacks. They're not even cooking food, bro. They don't even have, like, open trash can fires. What are you talking? This is the most tame shit ever. This is like what you see at a soccer meet.
Yeah, the revolution will not be televised. It's going to also be catered.
Hell of a selection here right now.
Keep in mind, Asmongold just said, he just called this the third worlding of our country, and then said that, oh, it's also catered.
You want a donut? Okay, or you can have some water.
Holy shit.
2 fires going.
Yeah, they're all fat. There's a lot of them that are fat. A lot of people up there are fat.
A lot of people up there are fat. Not fat, not fat, not fat, not fat. You want to take a measurement of ice and see how fat they are? You want to do a sampling of the ice agents? No, okay?
In general. You seals are fat because it's cold where they're at, you know? Makes sense. So, look at them.
They're all wearing like 3 or 4 layers of clothing, and Asmongold's sitting there and they're like, oh, and they're chubby too. Look at them.
It's Wagartha. It's Wagartha. Maybe that's what Trump should do. We need a national. Listen, this is the solution. Okay, we have an executive order, constitutional amendment, remove Minnesota from the United States, and it can be renamed as Wagartha, and they can have their own laws and their own decisions, and they can do everything all by themselves. These people are ridiculous. Yes.
I mean, the funny thing about that is if you took all of the Democratic states out of the Union, it would be a much better country. Like, if you split the union up into the Republican and the Democratic states, the Republican states don't produce any amount of wealth, and they're actually a net negative on our tax infrastructure. And when Trump is cutting benefits from blue states, like when he's refusing FEMA aid to California, when he's cutting childcare subsidies to Minnesota, that is reason to not fucking pay taxes to the federal government right now. Because if you're not getting your congressionally declared money that you're owed, what the fuck is the point of paying taxes? Like, Democratic states subsidize Republican states in this country. So yeah, if we're gonna start splitting this shit up, count me in. Minnesota seems like a good place to be.
It's like DayZ. Yeah. Oh my, look at this. It's in the middle.
I know, Christian. Like, he's literally watching a neighborhood coming out, just having a chill time, going around a campfire. Again, an extremely American activity, sitting around a campfire and eating snacks, handing out snacks and water. And he's like, oh, this is so third world. These people are scum of the earth. They're just having a chill time, showing solidarity for a community member that was slain by a rogue agency, by a rogue fascist agency.
Of the street. Oh my God. What's Wigartha? Download Instagram and you'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
He's fat. He's fat. He's obviously fat. Everybody knows he's fat, right? I mean, it's so obvious that he's fat, isn't it? Like, we all know. You just listen to you call it. Exactly, yeah. It's so obvious if they're fat.
Oh, he's talking about the guy that screamed? This is really funny to me because I never even considered that conservatives were still using fat as an insult. Because, like, all of their conservative icons are either morbidly obese or on Ozempic. Like, we're still using fat as an insult here, and it lands in conservative circles.
We're united in Krispy Kreme donuts and Domino's pizza. Free food.
Free food. Oh, fuck.
It's actually Wigartha.
What's up,
It's Wigartha. Oh my God.
I thought vehicles weren't allowed there. I thought this was this was the Minneapolis Chaz.
This looks terrible. It is. Oh my God.
All funded by Soros. I'm just reading the comments because Asmongold is brain dead, and the comments are actually a little bit more critical of what's going on than what Asmongold can do. Like, Asmongold literally just did a fat impression of a guy that he didn't even see on camera.
Oh, they do this in Texas. This is like real popular in Houston. Yeah. Uh-huh. You think this is I think this has already been taken down?
No bitch in my eyes.
Surprised you didn't try to give him a mixtape.
Oh man, ain't no bitch in my eyes.
As I said, bro, I see a guy like that, it gives me a little...
Dude, I can see why Ethan Klein likes Asmongold, because their content is pretty much the same thing. they just watch videos of people that they already have primed their audience to disagree with, and then they just like spend their entire time watching those videos, not making any kind of substantive argument at all. It's just, oh, look at this person, they're fat. Oh, these people are ugly. Oh, these people are so dumb. Like laughing at other shit. I gotta say though, Asmongold is a little bit better than Ethan Klein. I really do think so, because at least Asmongold, he doesn't have a massive crew of people that are just kissing his ass the entire time. I mean, he has his chat and he selectively reads comments from the chat, but I think that's more impressive than what Ethan Klein does, where he makes a stupid joke, no one laughs, and then he like looks around and then he gets a pity laugh from his crew, and it's like, yes, I'm a comedic genius. Yeah. Asmongold, that was very funny. Okay. Oh, the Whipple Ice Facility. I was there.
What's this crazy bitch doing?
I'm playing to his bases, bringing out the greatest hits. Crazy bitch, saying that the black guy wearing chains is gonna give someone a mixtape. What else you got for us, Asmongold?
See, this woman should be out in the middle of a swamp selling mushrooms and making potions. But through some aberration of technology, she has been born in the year 2000, or she exists in the year 2026. And this was never really meant to be. This is like a woolly mammoth spawning inside of Africa. You're not meant for this life. She's from Witcher 3? Yeah. This is insane.
So he's calling her a witch? Like, I guess I don't really get it. Jesus. Maybe it's a funny joke for conservative middle school kids. Maybe they think that's clever. It's like she's responding to ICE agents shooting a woman in the face 3 times and then pepper spraying at point blank, shooting pepper balls at people that were protesting them, right? So she's responding to that, and then she goes to protest Kirsty Gnome and ICE at the federal building, and then she says, shoot me, like that is an act of protest. What was Asmongold saying about the logical brain versus the emotional brain? This is a clear logical connection of someone got shot, I'm going to protest that shooting. Extremely logical thinking from this person. Extremely illogical, emotional brain thinking from Asmongold when he sees a woman being loud and immediately draws the connection of her to a witch simply because she's a woman, making her feelings known and being loud. And for Asmongold, his emotional, illogical, feminine brain can't understand the actual words she's saying because he immediately sees a woman and the emotions cloud his brain and he just sees woman being loud. He doesn't think about the words she's saying because he's too illogical for that. His misogynist emotions took over and immediately just made him think witch, woman, witch. That's all that he can think of. So that's a very cloudy brain that you have there, Asmongold. Maybe you should turn in your masculine, logical thinking card.
This is so I've got to say that I don't support this, by the way, but I'm starting to see why a lot of people back in the day thought that certain people were witches. But I'm just saying that, like, damn, like
I do like Asmongold likening himself to a medieval peasant. Like, okay, dude, yes, you have peasant brain. I'm glad that you're able to recognize that in yourself. You have medieval peasant brain, not only with the milord mentality, where you suck the cock of your local liege lord, the guy whose land you own. Like Asmongold would be the guy who works for the lord, gets fed scraps, and his job is to go around and make sure that the other serfs are not getting into an uprising to actually try to increase their material conditions. That would be his job. He goes around all day talking about how great the Lord and the Lord's soldiers are, and then goes back and he gets fed scraps with the dogs at the bottom of the hall. At the bottom of the table in the Kingdom Hall. He eats the dog scraps. But yeah, he does have surf brain. I'll give him that.
Yeah. It's another golem. That's crazy, isn't it? She'd be crocheting or something. Yeah. She's out of her element. This lady needs a wheelchair. It's just embarrassing. Have you at least condemned the officer who shot the civilian? No, I agree.
No. Asmongold would not be the court jester, because if he was in the court, the king would cut his fucking head off. Like, he is not near the royalty at all. He's at the fucking foot of the table. The only reason they allow him is because he has some kind of following in the town where people will listen to him sometimes. Like, a certain portion of the people will listen to him, but no. Like, the court reviles Asmongold.
With it. Yep, I agree with it. I think he did the right thing. I did. You gonna cry about that? You're gonna get upset? Too bad.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You're gonna fucking die, bitch!
Like, I have to say here, so you can see this tweet says, open border militants terrorizing federal immigration authorities in Minneapolis. Funny to say that, terrorizing federal immigration authorities. If saying fuck you is terrorizing them, maybe they're not good at their job if they can't do their job if someone's saying fuck you while they're doing it. But it's just funny to me that all of these people are like, oh, these the ones protesting ICE are in favor of open borders, right? That's the line. ICE isn't at the border. The people protesting ICE aren't protesting at the border. They're protesting in their cities. Like, on its face, this argument holds no water at all. They're protesting, like, in the heartland of America, in their cities. They're not going to the border to protest border patrol and to protest the border wall for whatever that's worth right now. They're protesting border patrol, in quotes. It's really just like brown shirt terrorist groups that Trump has deputized. They're protesting border patrol coming to their cities. That's what they're protesting. That has nothing to do with the border, and it has everything to do with, we don't want you terrorizing our city, beating people up and murdering people. That's what we don't want you doing.
They're going crazy, aren't they? They're getting mad as fuck.
Yeah, because someone was just killed.
We're gonna fucking find you. We're gonna fucking kill you. They gotta go and get these people. They really do. This is the government tweets this shit out, and I say a direct death threat on federal officers, and you pussy boys are tweeting about it. Go arrest them. What the fuck are y'all doing? The longer that you let these animals run wild, the more violent and radical they will become. And I think this is so true. It's
like I also like this. It's the direct threat of violence needs to be put into prison, but murdering someone on video, that should be applauded, right? Never mind that the ICE agents are doing violence all of the time.
so obviously fucking true, by the way. The longer that you let this go on, the worse it's going to get. What penalty do you think should be for these people? I don't know, like maybe 2 years in jail, something like that. I'm like, threatening the life of a federal officer is something that a civilized society should not tolerate. And I think that there should be more of a conversation around what kind of people do you want to live around? What kind of culture, what type of behavior do you want to permit? And whenever I see the way that these people act, it looks like a unhinged, psychotic, aggressive person trying to be as detrimental and dangerous as possible, and they're threatening other law enforcement officers. That's really it. She quit her job to protest ICE.
I quit my job for this, and I've been having flare-ups and stuff, so it's like I can barely, and I have panic attack. You said when you heard the sirens, you immediately ran. I quit my job for this, and I've been having flare-ups and stuff, so it's like I can barely, and I have panic attack. You said when you heard the sirens, you immediately
I hear one right now.
ran out. Where were you? I was about 15 minutes away.
And what were you doing?
I was disassociating.
Oh my god. Wait, what? Damn it. Okay. I died. Wow, it's almost like some people really care about social issues.
This is a caterpillar Karen. She hasn't fully evolved into her mature form, but this is what they began as. This is science, guys. No, it's science. This is how it goes. Everybody gets mad, but it's true. So have a graph showing... No, and again...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, they can get out of...
SJWs, Karen, Swamp Hag. They have their own fucking talking tree about, like, they have their own dialogue tree about how to be maximally misogynist against women. I'm telling you guys, he literally just primes his audience to be dickheads to women. And then whenever he sees any kind of political event, he can always bring it back to this anti-woman tirade that he goes on. That's the whole point. Like, that's the key to being a successful right-wing piece of shit. You don't actually engage in any of the facts. You just have a series of talking points that you've primed your audience to pick up on and run with when they get the ball. Oh, we're being misogynist now? All right, I got it. I know what to do. They go running like 15 yards down the line. Oh, we're being racist against Muslims now? All right, I got it. Oh, we're talking about trans people? All right, let's go. Oh, we're talking about performative male feminists. All right, I got it. Let's go. We got the touchdown. Yes, we did it. We made it through another video. That's all that he has. Like, this is how you be a successful right-wing communicator or right-wing propagandist. Don't talk about any of the issues. Just pre-prime your audience, and then whenever an issue comes up, find the nearest way to get it to one of these pre-programmed topics that you know your audience can latch onto. That's the only thing you need to do if you want to be a right-wing propagandist.
This cycle by, again, losing weight, getting married, getting a job, etc. Now, it doesn't always solve the problem, but sometimes it does. She's out there getting experience, trying to evolve. Well, I think that she's doing a great job. She found a really good farming spot.
On my bed. I mean, I might as well.
Getting involved in society is being a Karen. According to Asmongold's community, being involved in society as a woman is being a Karen.
Put my time to something useful. If you've seen the video...
Can you show an example of a swamp hag? Yeah, just look at any Democrat politician. Like, look at Nancy Pelosi.
It was not self-defense by that terrorist. It was not.
That's
How did your boss respond when you quit?
It was like a part-time. I'm getting back after a lot happened recently in my life, so sometimes disability takes my life over, and I'm still kind of in shock. Like,
school's been canceled. Have people been taking off work for this? Have you had to take off work for this?
I quit my job for this, and I've been having...
Jesus Christ, where do these people come from? Oh my God. They've got to ban this guy. They've got to ban this retard. What are we doing? What are we doing going out there and saying that this guy... Everyone in this post is calling for my arrest and banning for posting Jonathan Ross. They're claiming that I doxed him. Reminder... This is the guy who I've constantly said is a murderer. Reminder, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Never take the law... They got to ban this guy. I'm gonna do...
Fuck. Don't kill me, bitch. Oh, God. Fuck.
Here's the reason why it's so bad to do this.
Tell me why it's bad to post this guy's name. A law enforcement officer, by the way. Remember, Asmongold wants to live in a civilized society. None of these third world countries bullshits that he's saying. Tell me why it's bad. My mods are actually modding the chat. I wanted to see some of these freaks. My son's grandfather. But so your father, or like your father-in-law? My son's grandfather was killed by an illegal that should have been in jail. Unfortunately, he lived in a sanctuary city, and they let the illegal out of jail the day before he got murdered. Wow, that's so bad. So it sucks to suck, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. Don't get fucking murdered.
How?
Don't get fucking murdered by an illegal, right? All right, let's continue this. Jonathan David Ross. Oh, didn't know his middle name is David. 10-year veteran of ICE, by the way. Was there under Joe Biden, too, this guy.
How many people are named Jonathan David Ross?
A lot of people. This is a very common name. Like, is this a rhetorical question? This is an extremely common name.
Guarantee you the answer is more than one. Guaranteed it's more than one. You are going to accidentally create a false positive. You're not sure that this is the name. You're just simply going out, and Elon follows me. He'll see it, and I don't want to make it a big thing and put him on the spot, right? He's
like, this goes against your narrative that he's getting doxxed by releasing his name, right? If there's a lot of people named that, then it's not doxing to release his name.
He's a busy fucking guy. I hear he's running like 3 companies or something like that. So yeah, and not even an uncommon name. No, it's not. And so the problem is that you let people do this stuff, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you have people that they make false positives. They harass people that aren't really the person that they think it is. And also, it puts people's lives in danger, and it encourages a tremendous amount of bad behavior. Like, I understand if you're posting something that a person said on social media or something like that, but you're not doing that. You're taking a private individual that is a law enforcement officer, and you're trying to spread their name around in order to...
Dude, did Asmongold just say, like, it's worse to post stuff on social media than it is to murder people? Did he just say that? Like, he's like, I understand if you post something that someone did on social media, but posting a murderer's name, that's beyond the pale. That's unconscionable.
Goad somebody into violently attacking them. That's what you're doing. You're actually allowed to drive away from masked men pointing guns at you. I love how girls like this say this. If you do that and you get shot, you're going to be the next one they're making memes about. You are. It's crazy where these people come from. Yeah, actually...
Okay, are you going to engage in the point? Hot take, you're actually allowed to drive away from masked men pointing guns at you. And you're like, okay, well then do that and get shot. No, the point is that you should be able to do that and not get shot. I think that's the point that this person was making.
A masked... What I find to be so funny about this is that it's just so obviously dishonest because, oh, they're masked men? They're not police? Oh, okay, then why were you following them all day? Why do they have police on their name?
They don't have police on their name. They put police on their badge because they fucking lie. Oh, fuck. Why do they have police on their name?
Why does their car have red and blue flashing lights? Like, it's so insanely dishonest that I don't even know what to say about this. It's crazy. And then even Sean Strickland, about time these entitled protesters are being shot. Should it happen sooner? Every single country has...
About time these entitled protesters are being shot. Even Sean Strickland. Even Sean Strickland. Even Sean Strickland. Even Sean Strickland. The fucking Dude, don't get me started on Sean Strickland. The dumbest guy in all of MMA, in a sport where you get brain damage, you get points for taking brain damage, in a sport where the point is to get as much brain damage as possible. Sean Strickland stands apart from everyone else because of how stupid and mentally damaged he is. And Asmongold looks at Sean Strickland as a shining beacon of truth saying, and morality, and analysis of political events. Asmongold citing Sean Strickland is, I mean, it's fucking perfect. You have the man whose brain is just rubber soup. It's like a little ball of rubber floating around in a thin chicken broth. And then you have Asmongold, who looks as bad as, or I don't know, looks as bad as he smells, or smells as bad as he looks. He looks like shit. You have these two fucking people in the fucking like most disgusting amalgam of conservative bullshit that you can possibly conjure up in your head. Just truly the underbelly, the disgusting underbelly of the conservative movement.
Immigration law. Every country enforces immigration law. You want to go out there and stop lawful enforcement, you should get shot. Exactly, yeah.
You want it? It's not lawful enforcement when you murder someone for watching you. None of these arguments make any sense. You're a bad person for following ICE. But then the people following ICE documented ICE doing an illegal action. So the fact that you're talking about it is justification for following ICE.
You can't do that and run people over, man. You can't do that shit. So no, and then, oh, it gets even more. Here we go.
When did it become illegal to follow ICE agents around?
It's illegal.
When did it become illegal to follow ICE agents around?
It's illegal to engage in obstruction of federal law enforcement. Is it not? Is it a felony?
But they're not impeding.
It is a felony.
She was filming, right? She's filming them because ICE agents have been known to kill people because people are disappearing in custody.
Oh my God. Look at her face. There it is. This right here, gentlemen, I feel like this just says it all. It does. It really says it all, doesn't it?
It does say it all. A woman making a good point against a man who can't actually contend with the point, and then another man, another conservative man, reacting to it, also not contending with the point, but just being misogynist. It really does say it all. Classic snapshot of the conservative movement right now. And then there's me. The lovely leftist who's getting not even a fraction of the amount of people, of the amount of views and engagement that Asmongold gets. I guess it's some kind of fraction, but a minuscule fraction of that kind of engagement. Yeah. And I also don't have the easy tool of misogyny that I can just whip out and point it at my political opponent and be like, look, woman, that means my point is correct.
There you go. Wow.
Because we're missing 1,200 people in Alligator Alcatraz.
This is the political vigilantism.
This is not political vigilantism.
You're encouraging people to interfere with federal law enforcement.
I'm saying that we need to get it on tape because the DHS is lying, because ICE is lying, and because people are getting hurt,
I think that
and they're disappearing.
There is obviously...
Amnesty International just did an entire thing on ICE.
But hold on.
Amnesty International did? Oh, okay. Let's just listen to them.
There's a big difference between...
Yeah, let's get rid of immigration.
Yeah. You should listen to Amnesty International, and if you're reacting to a video clip, you should actually listen to what the person's saying. They're not impeding ICE, they're filming them. People lie to say they're impeding ICE, they're not impeding ICE. If they were impeding ICE, they'd be getting arrested. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm getting fucking mad. Okay. Even this woman, like, look at this. Like, even his chat is like woman detected. Like, they're just acknowledging that they're being misogynist, and they're acknowledging that Asmongold's pumping, like, he's breaking out the misogyny to aim against this woman here, not even doing any kind of work to refute what she's saying at all.
Because of this thing. Yeah, for sure. It's so delusional and stupid. It's insane. And
all right, guys, I want to go to bed, but I also want to beat this fucking tree sentinel thing before I go. So we might be in it for a while. There's a few more of these here that are worth looking at. I think there was another one that was part of this. Give me a second. I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, it's just it's insane. Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh, I agree with you, Jonathan. I think there's some details we don't know yet, and we'll learn more about it. What strikes me is, first of all, it's extremely sad and unfortunate that someone died. I mean, the political fighting and disagreements aside, it's terrible. You know, you don't want people to die in law enforcement situations or otherwise. But it strikes me that we are undergoing an epidemic of political vigilantism right now.
This is undeniably true.
Yep. And it's
is
by
it so
ICE
many
agents.
people think that they're going to take the law into their own hands, and they're going to try to, like, defy the federal government or something like that? It's such a dangerous precedent to set, and I'm shocked that so many people are enabling it.
Why are people...
They're emboldened by the media? They are.
...showing up in vehicles,
yeah,
in convoys, not just in Minneapolis, but all over the country in an effort...
Oh, why are people following ICE? Maybe because there's no accountability over ICE, right? Maybe that's why. Maybe if we actually had a government that operated as it should, that operated healthily, where there is oversight over their law enforcement agencies, then the citizens wouldn't feel like they need to devote their own time, effort, and money, and their own, like, bodily health and reputation to enforcing those law enforcement agencies. Like, maybe if there was a slightest bit of accountability for ICE, people wouldn't feel the need to fucking record them 24/7. Maybe that's why, dude. You dumb motherfucker. Holy shit. Oh, why are people filming this? There's too many political vigilantes. You know who's the political vigilantes in this situation? ICE is the political vigilantes. They are literally just attacking liberals. That's what they're doing. They're attacking liberals and attacking minority communities in order to enforce white supremacy. That's the point of ICE. That's the point of this shit. They're not enforcing the border. They're not enforcing pre-existing immigration laws. They are terrorizing minority communities and making the United States a more hostile place overall for black and brown people, so that more black and brown people don't show up to the United States. That's the point of it.
To obstruct lawful federal law enforcement activities.
Exactly.
This is not an isolated incident. We have had hundreds of car rammings against ICE agents.
Think about that. Hundreds of car rammings against ICE agents. Why is it that those people...
How many beatings have you had of ICE agents on American citizens?
People aren't in jail. Every single one of those...
That's a good question, Asmongold. I wonder why. Maybe because there's no actual evidence or reason to convict them. Maybe that's why. Because the ICE agents are fucking morons, and if they did bring it to court, they'd lose.
People should be in jail for the indefinite future. That's the reason why you keep getting them, is because the people that are doing them don't get in trouble.
All over the country. According to DHS, this lady in this car today, along with other vehicles, had been tracking ICE agents around.
Yep.
Why are people believing that they can drive their car?
According to DHS also called her a domestic terrorist. Like, they lie. Why would you cite them? Why is CNN allowing this guy to cite the DHS as if anything they say is factual?
Situation, and that is an appropriate thing to do.
Exactly. And you take a step back and you realize how fucking ridiculous this is. And the reason why people are trying to justify it is because they want it to happen. That's the reason why. It's because they agree with it.
Understand they don't like the fact that...
Dude, ICE's actions justify following them around with cameras. You just can't escape that fact. If they didn't do illegal things all the time, there wouldn't be people going around filming them to document their illegal actions that they do. You just can't escape the fact that ICE's own actions justify following them around with cameras.
These agents are enforcing existing immigration law.
No,
but that's
they're
not
not.
how we change laws.
No,
in
they're
this
not. That's
country.
not what
If you
they're
don't like
doing.
a law,
You
you
gotta
talk
vote.
to the politicians. You don't drive your car into the middle of a building or a law enforcement situation that's being occupied by the people who are simply there to enforce the law. If I don't like how much the IRS is charging me in taxes, I don't drive my car into the Treasury Department and try to run somebody over. I call my congressman.
ICE doesn't, like, Congress doesn't have any power over ICE.
There was one guy that actually tried to do that. Whenever he drove his car or his airplane into the IRS building. Let me see if I can find this. So this happened, like, it's actually crazy that this happened. So whenever my dad, this was in Austin, my dad was working at the IRS in Austin when this guy flew an airplane into the IRS building. And I remember I called him and I was like, so are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, well, what's going on? He's like, oh, they're stressed out. I'm like, all right, see ya. That's about it. Yeah, he's killed himself. I think he killed like one other person. I don't even know.
Vigilantism is being encouraged by Democratic officials like the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy Flanagan, who earlier...
Oh, dude, I need Peggy Flanagan to be elected to the Senate. I need her to take Tina Smith's seat. Oh my God. Peggy Flanagan, please. Dude, she's based as hell. She's so based.
This year told people to, quote, put your bodies on the line, and Tim Walz calling these guys Gestapo all year. What do you think?
Oh, did he hurt your feelings when he called them Gestapo? Oh my God. Arrest you should execute Tim Walz then. Don't even wait for a judge to give you the order. Just go there and kill him with a gun. Come on, do it. He's putting law enforcement agencies in danger, right? By calling them Gestapo. That's a crime.
Happens when you radicalize a base of people about this.
Strike me.
That's true. He's completely right. That there has been an ongoing attempt to radicalize people as much as possible.
Fuck, dude. Oh my God, that was stupid of me.
And then to try to capitalize on the radicalization and use the chaos that the radicalization creates as a reason why the people need to leave. And you can see him. This one's fine, right? Because nobody's standing in the road.
What? There's tons of people standing in the road. What are you talking about? What is he? Dude, I actually don't understand what he's saying. There's quite literally like hundreds of people standing in the road. Why would he say that this is fine? Because there's no one standing in the road.
And you can see him. This one's fine, right? Because nobody's standing in the road.
I don't know, Asmon. They're screaming at ICE agents. If you're trying to justify the end of harassing ICE agents, then why are you saying this is fine?
See, I don't think anybody, like, I think they're stupid and I disagree with them, but I don't have a problem with this because they're just standing on the side and they're not really causing any problems, really. But, like, the problem is whenever they're going out, it's a road. Is it a road? I don't even know. It's hard to even see. If it's in a road, yeah, it shouldn't be on the road. And keep in mind, none of this happens in Florida because Florida doesn't put up with it. Minnesota, this happens in Minnesota because they let it happen. That's the reason why.
Because Florida doesn't have freedom of speech.
Somalis make MPLS great. It's held by a white woman in a pink hat. God, brother, like, it really doesn't get any better than that. Isn't it Thursday morning? If you have a real job, shouldn't you be working? Yeah, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's Thursday. That's why I was checking. Yeah, get a real job. What is the fucking irony of this? Oh my God. So yeah, I don't even know what this is. Get a real job. They're all fat. Yeah, of course they are.
Oh my God. Oh, of course they're all fat. That's funny. They're all standing in the road. They're all standing in the road to... I don't even fucking know, man. It's just like... I've said everything I need to say. ICE agents are just here. You know what? I'm done with this. Like, he's just playing images of protesting and then being like, look at these guys, they're so cringy. I'm fucking done with Asmongold. Totally done with this stupid shit, man. Renee Good. Graham Plattner on imperialism, Trump's imperialism. Let's take a look really quick. New footage from a different angle that proves that this was matter.
Renee Nicole Good, that's on the right there in the back. The surveillance video taken by a home nearby. Agents can be seen milling about near the vehicle, then converging on it. And then you see right there the SUV begins to move, and that's when the shots are fired.
Yeah, so the guy was out of the way before he fired the shots.
Prior to this, the video shows the SUV had...
Also, like, the fact of the matter is the FBI stole all of the evidence from Minnesota police, from police investigators, and it doesn't even matter. Like, the investigation that comes out about this is not going to convict this person, because the FBI, there's no way the FBI is going to convict Jonathan Ross.
Stationary and sideways across the road like that for about 3 minutes. The reason for...
Also, any news organization that is saying that Renee Good was blocking the roadway is lying to you 100%.
That is unclear.
CNN has obtained some new video. Again, it's grainy and distant, but it shows 4 full minutes leading up to the shooting. It shows Renee Good's maroon Honda Pilot entering from the right there. Then 20 seconds later, someone gets out on the passenger side. We don't know who or why this person leaves the car. We then see her turn and pull perpendicular across the street, seeming to block the way. But as you see here, leaving room for vehicles to pass by her on either side. Finally, there is this new angle of the federal officer who shot her. He arrives. And
so she didn't block the way then.
Another federal SUV pulls up. As the ICE officer briefly goes back to his car, then he returns, and with another agent grabbing at her door, she starts to move forward. Again, it's hard to see from this angle, followed by 3 gunshots in quick succession. 4 minutes in all from start to finish. But for all the video that may reveal, it says nothing about why Renee Good was where she was or what she was doing there. And it's not all we don't know.
Who gives a fuck, dude? It doesn't matter. She literally lives in the neighborhood. Why is that relevant at all?
Now, prior to this, the video shows the SUV. That's when the shots are fired.
Okay, so they come over. The car drives away, doesn't hit the guy. Like, he's literally out of the way. The car's gone. And then he shoots her. Okay, the guy's here, this is his body. The car drives away, his body's in the exact same position. The car's past him at this point, and then he shoots her. The woman driver. Honestly, you're not wrong. The woman driver. What is this, r/complaints?
As the vehicle...
I don't even understand the headline of this post. New footage from a different angle that proves that this was matter. ICE, this woman is going to listen to us or I swear I'll shoot her. Mega, be a good citizen and listen to the unqualified masked men. Yeah. I don't see how you can defend this. Another dead American trying to live through the ego of a man near death. She's not blocking traffic. Yeah, I don't know why news agencies keep saying that she was blocking traffic. She literally was not. Okay, like, interesting. I hope my DMs don't open up. And they do. I don't know why my DMs, I need to change that. Oh, here we go. Lisa Damith, my fucking least favorite politician.
Peacefully protest. The rhetoric that we are hearing from top leaders here in Minnesota has to change. People can peacefully protest anytime, but getting in the way of federal agents, not supporting law enforcement, damaging buildings, and not peacefully protest is unacceptable here in the state of...
Not supporting law enforcement is unacceptable. This woman is the Speaker of the House. She took over Melissa Hortman's job, who got assassinated with her alongside her husband and her dog. And you have this fucking demon taking over saying not supporting law enforcement is unacceptable in this state. Great. Love to see it. AOC. Hey, so marching. What is this? Laura Ingraham. Like, they only have aggrievement politics. That's all that they have.
System in place is legitimate. So they believe, essentially, burn it all down. We'll show you what happens next year.
I don't know, but it would have been nice to have started with Jacob Fry and Tim Walz calming people down instead of agitating
But they're
everyone.
saying tamp down the rhetoric, Michelle. They say that.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, their leadership in reaction to this was abysmal. And you could really argue that it's...
Podcast host. Her qualifications, her credentials are podcast host.
been their rhetoric, and Tim Walz...
She hit, yeah, but she hit him before he made his first shot. Big fucking whoop, dude. He literally shot her after he was outside of the way of the car. So, cry me a fucking river.
saying at a graduation that this is the modern day Gestapo, ICE, that it is all...
Like, first of all, she didn't fucking hit him. Second of all, he was out of the way of the car. Even if she did hit him before he made his first shot, that's not in self-defense then, because she was out of the way of the... Like, he was out of the way of her vehicle at that point. Oh, but she hit him with her car, so he should murder her.
Those things that are making people feel like they have to resist. But we live in a country where if you don't like the laws, if you don't like the way that things are working, then you've got to change them, and you have an avenue to change them. So
Dude, the thing that tears apart, to steal a narrative from this, the thing that tears apart the Republican story here, and the Republican story is all of the people that are following and recording ICE agents are violent criminal terrorists. That's what the Republican line is. The thing that tears it apart is you can't change the fact that they're simply following ICE agents and recording them. That's all they're doing. That's it. And it's going to be extremely hard to label people like that terrorists. I mean, they're trying to do it right now, but I don't think it's going to work, man. These protests are just getting bigger and bigger. They're losing more and more normal people.
the fact that these leaders, again, are just saying, they're really ramping it up and agitating it. So where we go from here, I worry about that.
They're ramping it up and agitating it, even though Tim Walz and Jacob Fry kept saying that we need to remain peaceful.
Can we say breaking news? Commander Bovino has taken control of the Minnesota State Capitol.
Michelle, a tragic ending, preventable. If
Bro, this is so weird. Like, someone made a joke about it that was recording this, and then people are repeating it as if it's real. What is this? This is footage from the protests against ICE and Border Patrol here in Asheville, North Carolina. I could not find a single person of color protesting yesterday. Maybe because they get fucking targeted by ICE. Maybe that's why. All right, what is this? Thank you to our law, dude. Oh my God, I can't with Lisa Davis. Thank you to our law enforcement who are responding tonight to what appears to be unlawful activity by agitators in Minneapolis. Breaking into hotels is not protest. There needs to be arrests and a strong message sent that destruction won't be tolerated. Okay, what do we have? What's the destruction that we're seeing in Minneapolis? This is Washington Ave. There's no volume. Wait, so it's just people walking on streets? That am I gonna see some windows being broken into? Like, there's a lot of glass windows right here. Oh my god, dude. The cop just did an illegal move. Look, there's pedestrians on the crosswalk and the cop drove over the crosswalk. Dude, this cop needs to be fucking fined. Holy shit. Look at this just dangerous movement from the police officer here. We're absolutely crazy. Oh my god, someone threw a snowball. Oh, I think someone threw a piece of paper at a cop. Literally nothing happened here. It's just people walking. What is she talking about? Okay. What else? What else is there? Oh, Nick Mercado. Anti-ICE protesters are just out there exercising their constitutional right to assemble. In no way do they impede federal law enforcement. Not one bit. They're peaceful people. Yeah, maybe if she had a gun, she should kill this guy who's trying to run her over with his vehicle. Okay. Dion Joseph. There are now hundreds of thousands of people like this woman, people who have been overly captured by the Marxist propaganda. I want them to know something. There are billionaires out there laughing at their ability to indoctrinate you and to do their bidding. Okay, like, I just can't with these Republicans. All right, this is the last one we'll watch. Oh. Okay, just scrolling through Twitter, fucking hellscape right now. Let's look up Peggy Flanagan interview. Peggy Flanagan. Okay, come on, hit me, Peggy. Let's go. I'm gonna listen to this while I try.
Well, the race for U.S. Senate in Minnesota gets underway in less than a month with both the DFL and
This was 5 days ago, so before the death of Renee Good.
GOP holding party caucuses February 3rd. Senator Tina Smith is retiring. The DFL race to succeed her pits two prominent party leaders, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan and Representative Angie Craig, against each other. Craig has been a recent guest on this show, and earlier this morning, I sat down with the Lieutenant Governor. And joining me right now is the Lieutenant Governor, Peggy Flanagan. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right. You are going out later today on your Loud and Clear Voices tour. Tell us about that. Tell us about the name.
Sure. So Loud Clear Voice is an homage to my Native American name, which means speaks in a loud and clear voice woman. We are traveling. We've got 44 stops all across the state of Minnesota, talking to folks about, what's on their mind, making sure that people feel ready to go to their precinct caucus. And, grassroots organizing is my thing, and that's how we're going to win this campaign.
Okay, and we were mentioning that February 3rd is the precinct caucus, so this is pretty close here. What is on people's minds? What is the number one thing you're hearing
The
about?
number one thing that we're hearing about is affordability. People want to be able to afford the lives that they want to live, and that's why I'm running. The high costs of healthcare, the terrorists, frankly, that are, making everything more expensive for people, the cost of childcare, all of these issues we hear when we're on the road. And, so that's why things like Medicare for all, universal child care, making a national paid family and medical leave policy, increasing the minimum wage, those are all issues that I'm fighting for and what I hear are priorities for Minnesotans.
All right, I want to talk about that in a minute, but let me ask you about the fraud investigations that are going on that have occurred under yours and Governor Walz's watch. What is going on? It just seems like every time you turn around, there's something new.
Well, I want to be really clear that, fraud of any kind is unacceptable. The appropriate amount of fraud is zero. And
by the way, that video was insanely racist. I mean, from calling all Somalis violent to saying all Somalis are in on the fraud to saying that it's actually like people need to not be afraid of being called racist or Islamophobic anymore. Just an insane video. So if any of you guys watching this right now have a Republican representative that you know of, like on a state or a local level, that has supported that video, call them and ask them, are you racist? Because that video explicitly calls for people to be racist against Somali people. Like, holy shit, I can't believe that Republicans are picking that up and running with it.
I know that, stealing money from taxpayers is completely unacceptable, and people are, frankly, excuse my language, they're pissed about it. And so am I.
Absolutely.
And I totally get it. And so, it's incredibly important that, we audit, that every penny is audited and that folks are charged. I think it's, Donald Trump may be new to this idea of what's happening in Minnesota is that, 98 folks have been charged, 62 people have been convicted, and we have to make sure that fraud is rooted out wherever it is. But I want to be really clear.
But should you have done more? Should you and Governor Walz have done more?
The governor has been clear that the buck stops with him. He has taken the lead here, and of course, I have expressed concern, and he has been clear with the legislature. They've put additional measures in place. Tim O'Malley, who is the fraud czar, is now intensifying those efforts. And I feel confident that as the governor is doubling down on fraud and making sure that they're rooting it out wherever it is, that's incredibly important, and Minnesotans understand that.
This race features, and we were just talking about this, two women, yourself and Representative Angie Craig, there really are leaders in the DFL party that are both of you were so highly regarded. It's being portrayed as a reflection of the moderate progressive split in the DFL, in the Democratic Party nationally, but also here in Minnesota. Do you agree with that, you being the progressive?
Well, I think that this is really a choice between institutional corporate Democrats and...
Yep. Angie Craig voted for the Lake and Riley Act, which gets rid of due process if you're not an American citizen.
A progressive fighter who's been working on behalf of working families and delivering results. Things like paid family and medical leave, increasing the minimum wage. January 1st, we saw paid family and medical leave go into effect. That's something I've been working on and working towards for almost the last decade. And the increase in the minimum wage, I co-chaired the campaign to increase the minimum wage. We got it done, and we fought to make sure that it was indexed to inflation. So the minimum wage just went up again January 1st here in Minnesota, and those are some of the things that I've been delivering on. But also, let me be really, really clear in this race. As we have seen ICE terrorizing our communities, throwing American citizens into the back of vans, arresting innocent bystanders, deporting folks regardless of, the papers that they have. My opponent, Angie Craig, voted in favor of the Lake and Riley Act right out of the gate. It's the first.
Horrible. Like, in order to be a good politician going forward for the Democratic Party, you have to be in favor of the abolishment of ICE. And we need to hear more and more Democrats start calling for that.
Vote under the second Trump administration, which strips immigrants of due process. And this summer, as recently as this summer,
it occurred after the murder of a young nursing student, I believe, in Georgia.
To be clear, that's a terrible tragedy, and stripping people of due process is unconstitutional. And just this summer, she voted to praise ICE as they were terrorizing folks in our communities. I think that's a pretty clear difference between the two of us. And I want to also say that I'm not taking corporate PAC money. You can't, have one hand outstretched saying, I'm going to, regulate crypto, while at the same time saying, and if you could pay for my campaign, I'd appreciate it. Minnesotans are smarter than that. And I think, folks are asking for more from their elected officials. I want to be beholden to Minnesotans and to grassroots donors across the state from all 87 counties, not to big corporations.
All right.
Dude. Fuck, dude. If she loses to Angie Gregg, I'm gonna be so goddamn depressed. But so far, pretty good. Oh man. Guys, I cannot even beat the goddamn ape chimp things that kill me before I even get to the tree sentinel. Fuck. All right, guys, listen, you need to go to bed. I'm putting you to bed. I'm not going to bed. You're going to bed. But I probably will go to bed too. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to be trying to stream more often. I'm going to go to, I believe there is a vigil for Renee Good that I'm going to go to tomorrow. So let me know if you want some IRL content from that I can record and then react to. Everyone have a great rest of your name. Damien. Oh man, you're so funny, Damien. I love you, bro. Subscribe to the channel. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm heading out. I mean, I guess I could try to beat this thing. I've been trying to beat it for 3 weeks. So, guys, peace out. I'm leaving. Everyone, have a great rest of your evening, your morning, wherever you are, and I'll catch you later. See ya.